Raceway with 9 victories. And with a win at Phoenix, he will qualify for the championship Ford Homestead Miami and become the 6th driver in NASCAR history with 10 wins at the same track. Rio de Janeiro's mayor says IndyCar will race there in 2020, but IndyCar officials say the deal is not yet done. That's your Mahindra Race Flash. Powered by Aspiration Radio.
You may need to sit down when you hear this. 60B Community Bank is offering you or your friend a free folding cat chair. What a great way to sit back and enjoy games, barbecues, campfires, or concerts. And getting your chair is easy. Simply open a new deposit account or refer a friend to do the same. But don't sit on this offer. It's only for a limited time. So stop by soon to open your new deposit account and let CCB and your new chair make life more relaxing. CCB Community Bank, member FDIC.
One lady said to me, my husband's language is physical touch. He was deployed.
Dr. Gary Chapman on today's episode of Focus on the Family Minute, describing two military couples who discovered ways they could incorporate physical touch during deployment.
I put my hand on a sheet of paper, and I traced my hand, and I mailed it to him with a note that said, put your hand on my hand, I want to hold your hand. And he told me later, Dr. Chapman, when I put my hand on that paper, I felt her. It's not literal touch, it's emotional touch. And that's what we're talking about.
WOPPlive.
Another
Good
husband
morning,
said,
Mr. Robert.
Good morning.
my wife's language
Did
is
you get
physical
your
touch.
lady out from last
So I
night?
got
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you have
I
a
said that.
blessed weekend, okay?
I'm gonna
You too,
put my
ma'am.
jean jacket
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And when you want a hug,
Bye-bye.
you put it on, and I'll hug you.
More from Dr. Chapman at FamilyMinute.org.
Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson and Carrie and family are big Bobcat supporters. From Chuck and Carrie high school days to now as big supporters of our community. They
Come on, Rich Thomas. I need this 5 minutes. Get some
Big
crowd
Bobcat
together.
song for our football players, cheerleaders, band, boosters, and bands. From Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson, Carrie, and family.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Friday morning, it is the 9th day of November. Happy Friday. Dense fog advisory in effect from Central and South Alabama this morning. It's going to be a tough morning commute for a lot of folks with visibility down below a quarter of a mile. Hey, 2 fronts on the way today. First delivers a round of showers and thunderstorms. That's a cool front. But the second cool front that arrives tonight delivers sharply cooler air just in time for the weekend. And a great fall weekend it's going to be. Good this weekend, but everybody's talking about what's going to happen next week. With much colder air on the way, you probably have heard about it. It's going to be not only the coldest air of the season, but the first freeze of the season and a dramatic change to colder air. We'll talk about it now. Those are the headlines. Let's get into the details, starting with today.
2 frontal systems, both cold fronts.
Yo.
The first one delivers a round of showers and thunderstorms.
What you gonna do tonight?
Delivers the colder air tonight.
You ain't got nothing to do tonight.
Oh, yeah, I got plenty to do. I don't even know a white woman I was going to visit. Oh.
Colder air arrives. Easy to see where the cold front is at midnight.
It's not something you get over.
South Alabama, much cooler air. Showers,
But
thunderstorms.
it's something you
High temperature 68.
Yeah, Mary Charles, I knew Sarah Kay was your granddaughter. Thank you for enjoying it.
And then the winds out of the north.
I had a lot of good comments.
Cool tomorrow. Temperatures only in the 50s.
I like the cutting up with them anyway. They didn't know what in the world I was going to ask, and I didn't either, to be honest. We just had fun.
Sunday is Veterans Day. There could be a late day shower. High temperature right around the 60-degree mark. And showers and thunderstorms on Monday as an important frontal system break. This is the real deal frontal system.
The volleyball girls
This is where it is.
had some good comments about having them on.
It's
Oh,
around
yeah.
Little Rock, Arkansas, heading southeastward. We're actually between 2 fronts.
There's the headlines that was on at about 3 o'clock this morning.
And the colder air comes
That's the one you guys, the image.
Wow.
Mm.
Breezy, much colder. As the front has already gone by us Tuesday morning. A little leftover moisture early in the day. Even a
Okay, YouTube, you're going to stay there, I reckon.
not out of the question on Tuesday morning. And then a windy, cold, raw day. Temperatures will be falling.
Had issues getting YouTube up this morning.
Colder. And the
Well, I knew it You got it up because I saw where it came up on my phone.
You're talking about Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't much problem getting it up. I had a button switch on it, but I called it.
Wind chill. Well, look at this. We're talking about, there's not going to be much wind left over Wednesday morning, but
That's the problem when you something screws up, you punch everything, you punch things you shouldn't.
Georgia on Wednesday morning. This is really some cold stuff. Freezing start. First one of the
I like that production thing back there. I got to get back there and figure out them buttons. You can do a lot of crazy things with new.
Only 50s tomorrow.
Good morning, Miss Annie.
Sunday morning with a high around
Sandra, Trey. No, it's Terry.
shower. Monday, rain and
Bud must be sleeping this morning.
only in the 50s early in the
By God, he ought to sleep one day a week, hadn't he?
and then a high of 49 Wednesday after a morning low of freezing or below. And I think we may be near freezing that following morning too on Thursday morning before we start to warm up that following weekend. We're talking about November 17th, 18th.
Oh,
Weather app keeps you on
yesterday I cut the interview with the coach at the office, and I plugged in a little small mic. Look, in between us, God, the difference is unreal. Unreal. I've got a two, and then yesterday afternoon, a little mic I ordered that has two mics came in, so I can't wait to see how that's going to sound on like a remote. I think it's going to really.
Well, I know Coach Hill is hard to hear sometimes. He's like there when you do your program.
I saw that soft.
Blog update about all this cold air coming in, this dramatic change.
So the playback today will be good. We're sideways, so I don't care. I care more about the audio.
Covington Heavy Duty Parts in Andalusia salutes America's armed forces and
down,
military veterans for the sacrifices they've made. Our troops are our angels of freedom and our wings of protection, fighting to defend our country. We honor our warriors for their dedication and bravery. We also honor our veterans and those who have given their lives. America's true heroes. This tribute from Covington Heavy Duty Parts in Andalusia, veteran owned and operated. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
The American Legion Post 157, Highway 29 North, is open Tuesday through Saturday.
There's about half of them. Find something.
1 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. Until, don't forget, pool tournament every Thursday night. Karaoke every Friday and Saturday night. Free pool Tuesday and Thursday. And we have bar snack. At the American Legion, drop in and say hi to Jeannie. At the American Legion, Post 157, Highway 29 in Ghent. 2018 was the ending of the Opp Bobcat football career for 5 seniors that played their hearts out for Opp High School. We also saw the coming out party for some freshmen, sophomores, juniors that will lead to a bright future for the Opp Bobcat football team. Thank you to Coach Hill and his coaching staff. Our sponsors are proud of you. WOPP is proud of you. Proud to have sponsored the 2018 football season. Brought to you by Larry's Prescriptions, CCB Community Bank,
David's Catfish House,
Opp Health and Rehabilitation, Lance Jackson CPA,
Mizell Memorial Hospital,
TNC Pharmacy,
Caroline's Country Stores,
Covington Pecan,
Hardee's, H.C. Ecker Trucking Company,
Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick, Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Opp Gun Shop, the Opp Donut Shop,
S&P Communication,
Air Control, here on your official Bobcat station, WOPP.
I'm Steve Flowers, and welcome to This Week in Alabama Politics. Our gubernatorial election year politics ended yesterday. However, there have been other political maneuverings and developments going on behind the scenes, which may ultimately have more long-term ramifications in the heart of Dixie's political future. The selection of a new Business Council of Alabama leader is imminent and will probably occur in the next few days. In addition, the jockeying and wrangling for the U.S. Senate seat in 2020 has begun. The entire year-long process of removing Billy Canary from the Business Council and selecting a new CEO has been a battle of business titans in the state. It's been a battle waged behind an iron curtain. The original BCA was forged under the leadership of former Alabama Power President Elmer Harris several decades ago. It has become a toothless tiger in recent years through poor leadership. Mark Christwhite, the current president of Alabama Power, has helped fuse it back together. Chances for a new beginning happen very few times. Like in politics, after the election you must govern. My belief is that with a new leader and a fresh start, the Business Council of Alabama will emerge bigger and better than ever. You can rest assured that the business community of Alabama, and indeed the nation, will be looking forward to defeating Doug Jones in 2020. It's a glaring anomaly that one of the most conservative Republican states in America would have an ultra-liberal left-winger in one of our Senate seats. In last year's special election against Roy Moore, Jones received $22 million from the most liberal zip codes and enclaves in America, especially from the left coast of California and especially San Francisco. He was only showbill in town and more guys liberal money from throughout the country.
Got another story?
Two truisms.
Yeah.
More people vote against someone than for someone, and money is the
Need to
mother of
record that one. I think there's one more.
combined to create Alabama's accidental anomaly, Senator Doug Jones. Our anomalous senator has done nothing to remedy the uncertainty about who he is since taking office. He's done no campaigning or visiting around the state. He's shown disregard and disinterest in basic political practices like getting out among the rank and file Alabamians. Jones seems to go to Washington to vote, then back to Mountaineer. Look on Jones is he will not be elected to a full term in 2020. It's a presidential election year, and Alabama will vote for the Republican nominee, probably Donald Trump overwhelmingly. This is a Republican Senate seat. It'll be won by a Republican. Jones seems to know this. Therefore, he seems content to represent California during his tenure. As soon as Jones was sworn in, the race to be the Republican nominee began. The obvious candidates are one, if not all, of our 6 Republican members of Congress. Speculation abounded that 3 best potential congressional horses would be Robert Idaho, Bradley Byrne, and Mo Brooks. The horses emerged as the favorites Bradley Byrne. He has started early and has staked out the inside track. He's crisscrossed the state, building an organization, and is collecting and tying up the Washington establishment money. Idaho will probably defer to staying in the House. He has over 20 years of seniority and is lined to chair the Appropriations Committee. This stealth campaign for the 2020 Senate race has been going on this entire gubernatorial year. Byrne is indeed laying his stakes. There's a maxim in life and politics: the early bird gets the worm. Thank y'all for listening. Hope you tune in next week for This Week in Alabama Politics.
You've been listening to This Week in Alabama Politics with Alabama's premier political columnist, commentator, and historian, Steve Flowers. Brought to you by your local radio station.
Don't miss Denim Days and Diamond Nights at the National Peanut Festival now through November 11th. Hit the Midway for hair-raising rides and family fun at the Eudora Farms Petting Zoo, the Giant Girl Slide, Louis Comedy Circus, and more. Visit vendor booths at the Alpha Exhibit Building and live concerts at the Old Meadow Amphitheater starring Tamala Mann and Mann's Family Tour. Morris Day in the Time and Granger Smith. Visit nationalpeanutfestival.com for details.
The holidays should be a time of joy and happiness. However, when tragedy occurs, it can be the saddest of times. Many traffic fatalities are caused by an intoxicated driver. So do your community a favor and remember, safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That's from Rach House Kitchen, where they invite you to enjoy some of the best home-cooked food in town. Call 334-858-2459 for hours, catering information, and directions. Join the many satisfied customers being served by Rach House Kitchen at 23214 5th Avenue in Florello. That's 334-858-2459, where Sandy and Stout care.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. Starting off Friday morning and Veterans Day weekend, mostly cloudy.
Daybreak low temperature around 64. A chance of showers happens this morning, carrying us into the early afternoon with a chance of thunderstorms. High 74. Cloudy, gradually becoming partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers before midnight Friday night. Overnight low of 46. Saturday, plenty of sunshine, high topping out at 57. That's the latest lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
67 is our low this morning. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:08. The official sunset at 4:51. It's presently 69 degrees here at the studios of WOPP.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. With the Florida Senate race apparently headed for a recount, Republican Rick Scott accusing unethical liberals of trying to steal the election. He says he's not going to stand for it. Filed lawsuits against county election supervisors in Broward and Palm Beach counties, alleging rampant fraud as recount slowly drags on. Recount also a distinct possibility in the Florida governor's race. And it's not only Florida. Arizona has an extremely close race of its own. Democrat Kirsten Sinema taking a narrow lead over Republican Martha McSally in the Senate contest in Arizona. Paradise is anything but as a ravenous wildfire devastates the Northern California town. The entire community of 27,000 ordered to evacuate. Bobby Crippen is among them, telling KGO-TV he's never seen anything like it.
We had to drive through fire, and there was fire on both sides of the road. It was very scary. And it was dark. It was so dark, it was like midnight.
Meanwhile, portions of Southern California remain under siege as two large fires threaten numerous Ventura County communities. Captured on a chilling cell phone video, Wednesday night's deadly attack in a crowded Southern California.
That'll help the weekend news.
Disturbing and haunting. Dallas Knapp was inside the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks, California Wednesday night when suddenly gunshots were being fired. On his cell phone, Knapp recorded the attack and his escape from the carnage. A dozen people were killed in the shooting. Authorities believe the gunman Ian
Who thinks to turn on their thing when you're being shot at, man?
I'm Mike Rossi.
And investigators have yet to discuss a motive for that deadly attack.
I'll be moving on.
Wall Street this morning, stock futures deep in the red.
Oh,
Dow
crap.
futures down about 135 points. NASDAQ futures off 63, and S&P futures currently down 16 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's my headphones. Thought I was going to have to put out a search warrant for my headphones. CCB time is 6:33. Time for you to drop by CCB here in Opp and meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah, had all the mics on because of them girls yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was picking up all room activity.
Okay.
Now we ready. Now we ready. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth.
I'm Jay Michael.
For Dateline Action News, brought to you by
Opportunity EMS,
TNC Pharmacy,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Farmers IGA,
Power South,
the JR's Lawnmower Shop,
the Woodmore,
and Mizell Memorial Hospital.
Well, Therian Vincent Nye of Mobile turned himself in to Troy police late Wednesday after he was wanted for murder in the death of Rashad Montel McClaney. Nye, 23, is the second suspect arrested and charged with murder in the death of McClaney. Jeremy Dante Howell, 21, also of Mobile, was arrested on November the 3rd. He's in the Pike County Jail on a $100,000 bond. McClaney, 25, was pronounced dead on November the 3rd when he was brought by private vehicle to the Troy Regional Medical Center around 9:30 a.m. Police later learned that McClaney had been involved in an altercation at an apartment with Howell and Nye.
A 24-year-old Dothan has died in a single vehicle crash involving a pickup truck, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency reports. Chase Edward Lachichi was killed when his 2006 Nissan Frontier he was driving left the road and struck a tree. Troopers say the crash happened in South County Road 49, south of Coach Road in Geneva County. An investigation to the cause of the crash is underway, but troopers say the vehicle was traveling over the speed limit when the crash happened.
Students and teachers of Eufaula City Schools will return to class today, the day after a social media threat targeted the system and forced its closure. Police and school officials say they are or were alerted to the threat Wednesday evening and began investigating. The Facebook post said that the user planned to blow up all schools in Eufaula City school system, as well as a system in neighboring Georgia. Multiple agencies worked with police, including the FBI. Further investigation determined the post was not credible, and police are now working to find the device where the original post originated and the person or people who posted it. Our investigation has pointed us to, or in the direction of, a juvenile, but whether it's a student, that has yet to be determined, said Eufaula Police Chief Steve Watkins.
Well, now, days after the Democrats took over the U.S. House for the first time in nearly a decade, Alabama's only Democrat U.S. representative is looking to join her party's leadership ranks. Terry Sewell announced Wednesday that she'll be making a bid for caucus leadership, representing a position for members who have served 5 or fewer terms in the U.S. House. Sewell has represented the state's 7th district since 2010 and holding one of the safest, if not safest, seats in the House. She won her election Tuesday night unopposed and will begin her 5th term with a new Congress. Well, she'd be better than that, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
At least she's got some sense.
Well, he served his country. Now it's time to serve him. Prattville resident and U.S. Army veteran Ben Alexander has been living in poor conditions as his home has fallen down, but not for much longer. With Veterans Day fast approaching, Habitat for Humanity of Autauga and Chilton counties is working to fix Alexander's crumbling home. The process started months ago with an effort to repair his roof, which was provided by Montgomery-based Capital City Roofing as part of the Owens Corning National Roof Deployment Project, a nationwide project to show thanks to veterans. The new roof lifts a huge burden off of Alexander's shoulders, said Habitat Executive Director Lisa Green. The roof deployment project brings together so many great organizations like Capital City Roofing that made such a great impact there in Prattville. But not only is the roof getting fixed, Alexander is getting new heating, vinyl siding, and even some kitchen appliances.
Barber County Commissioner Henry Franklin died Sunday in Dothan. He was 72 years old. Franklin was born in Colmer, Alabama, and graduated from Rebecca Colmer High School. He went to Tuskegee Institute before taking his career in music, assuming the stage name of The Good Doctor. He also spent 30 years as a disc jockey. Franklin represented District 1 as county commissioner for 3 consecutive terms, beginning in 2000. Franklin was a lifelong member of the Zion Hill Baptist Church, where he sang in the choir and served as a deacon. Funeral service will be held Saturday at the Eufaula Community Center, 11 a.m. Burial will be at the Zion Hill Baptist Church on County Road 79. He was a good dude. A character, but he was a good dude. Most radio people are characters.
Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah. Check your time. It is now 6:39.
On-the-go lifestyles call for on-the-go
Black,
solutions.
by the way, Black. If you didn't get John.
Mobile app is just that.
That's okay. He's a good guy.
Pay bills, make deposits, and a lot more.
The doctor
Convenience of
is
your
here.
mobile device. It's anytime from anywhere. Download the SIB mobile app from your app store today to get started. Southern Independent Bank, up in Andalusia. The power of independence. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
JR's Lawnmower Shop, Hop, Alabama. Folks, we're ready to sell you some lawnmowers. We got a real big inventory of Husqvarna, Grasshopper. We got steel power equipment. We'll Honda generator dealer. And yes, I said Honda generators. Don't wait till the storms at Floella to make your way to get your generator started or to purchase one. We got some great deals on Honda generators. We also carry Generac generators. Don't go out of town to buy your generators. JR's Lawnmower Shop is your place. Don't forget, folks, we do carry the DR trimmers, the DR brush cutters. We got most anything you need in power equipment when it comes to outdoors. Don't forget, JR's Lawnmower Shop will not be undersold. We're also pickup and delivery is free in the city limits of all. Come see us, JR's Lawnmower Shop, down here in the Mill Village, off Alabama.
Zachary Daniel Dan Studstill, age 79 of Andalusia, passed away Tuesday in the Princeton Baptist Hospital. Survived by wife Susan Rawls Studstill, son and daughter-in-law Sam and Robin Studstill, daughter and son-in-law Suzanne and Joshua Williams, 4 grandchildren, a great-grandson, brother Charles Lawton Studstill, sister and brother-in-law Susan and Gary Pitts. Funeral services for Dan Studstill will be 11 a.m. from the First United Methodist Church. Burial will be at the Andalusia Memorial Cemetery. Visitation will be held 9:30 until 10:45 prior to services in the Fellowship Hall at the church. Memorials can be sent to the building fund of the
There we
First
go.
United Methodist Church, Andalusia.
Good morning, Dan.
Gloria Joyce Forgio, age 83, Andalusia, passed
All
away
right.
Monday at her residence. Funeral services will be 11 o'clock from the
We're resetting these things. We had problems with them yesterday and had them everywhere. Trying to fix them a little bit.
Is survived by two sons and daughter-in-law, Anthony and Carol.
Good morning, Sarah.
William Paul Folger, a daughter, Lisa Joy Walker, 7 grandchildren.
Is that about right? I think we did. I know we got the sound a lot better.
Paul and Sandy Whittle, her sisters and brother-in-law, Bobby Black, Jean Scott, and Paulette and Bob.
Let me check the sound.
Ann Spann, age 75, a Dozier, passed away Monday at her residence. Survived by son Kenneth Doyle Andrews, 2 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Mary Ann Spann will be 1 p.m. at the Westview Baptist Church. The family will be receiving friends 1 hour prior to services, 12 noon at Westview Baptist Church. Jim Kent McCleary, age 77, passed away Monday. Survived by wife Barbara McCleary, his children Kelly, Carline, and Bill Boss, Ryan and Allison, Eric and Heidi, Laura McCleary, and stepchildren Zoe and Mark Irons and Peter Nagel, 6 grandchildren. Funeral services for Jim McCleary will be at 3 p.m. from the Hopewell United Methodist Church in Laurel Hill. Visitation will be 1 hour prior to services. Burial will be at the Hopewell United Methodist Church Cemetery. Jane Riley Wiggins, age 87, of the Carolina community, passed away Thursday at a local nursing facility. Funeral services will be held at 2 p.m. Monday at the Carolina Baptist Church. Burial will be in the Carolina Cemetery. Visitation will be 4:30 until 7 p.m. Sunday evening at the Foreman Funeral Home and 30 minutes prior to services at the church. Jane Riley Wiggins, survived by son and daughter-in-law Ricky and Sharon Wiggins, her daughters and son-in-law Kathy Wiggins and Alan Wyndham, Amy Wiggins Morris, Jill Wiggins, and John McBride. 9 grandchildren, countless great-grandchildren. Brother Rhett Riley, sister-in-law Jeanette Riley. Memorials may be made to the Lottie Moon Christmas offering at the Carolina Baptist Church. Roy Daniel Parker, age 74, resident of Highland Home, passed away Thursday. Survived by 3 children, James David Parker, Sherry Lynn and Rob Manning, Rhonda and Bo Wallace. 15 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren. Mother Sue Parker, sister Lois Parker, and brother Aubrey Lee Parker. A memorial service for Roy Daniel Parker will be held by the family at a later time.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
Mizell Memorial Hospital Senior Behavioral Care Unit is designed to address the needs of patients who are 55 years of age or older who are experiencing emotional illness. If you or your loved ones are experiencing symptoms of difficulty sleeping, poor appetite, or forgetfulness, we are here to help. We want seniors and their families to understand what is happening and to provide help in a supportive environment. Our goal is to return everyone involved to a normal life as soon as possible. For further information on this unit, call 493-9134. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
911 will not dispatch us. Be sure to call direct 493-0911. Working today, working tomorrow, and working in the future. Opportunity EMS, offering limited mobility transportation, providing transportation for doctors, dialysis, rehab, therapy, family visits, church, funeral. Call direct Opportunity EMS in Op 493-0911. Andalusia 881-0911. Chlorella 858-2503 or 858-3911. OLA's Advanced Life Support Ambulance Service in Covington County. Opportunity EMS. 911 will not dispatch us. Be sure to call direct 493-0911. They are our Super 6 for Cancer Freeze 2019. Get ready to freeze for these 6 amazing families. They are the following: Jalen Bernice, 9 years old, from Enterprise. Dee Brundage, age 18, from OP. Kimberly Sasser, age 30, from Andalusia. Christy Brunson, age 40, from Baker, Florida. Angel Diallo, age 17, from Santa Rosa Beach. Brandy Baggett, age 42, from Crestview. Mark your calendars to come to Cancer Freeze 2019 on Saturday, February the 2nd at Lake Jackson in Florella. Their pictures are on the WOPP Facebook page. LSINC Corporation out of Huntsville last week announced that Op native Lakeland Laird Patton has been named as Director of Operations. LSINC Corporations supports commercial and federal clients with product development, engineering, strategy development, strategic communications, intelligence, and counterintelligence and security services. Patton's new job will include supporting the Chief Operation Officer, monitoring the day-to-day operation systems, processing, planning, monitoring, and analyzing the metrics to ensure efficient and timely completion of tasks, collaborating with executive leadership on budget and planning, as well as developing long-term operation strategies. Patton earned her bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Alabama and her master's degree from Seton Hall University. Patton is the daughter of Wes and Deetra Laird here in Knox. The Little Smokehouse won best overall in the Alabama Wildlife Federation Kimber Wild Game Cook-Off Thursday for Smokehouse Flight Delight. The team of Marvin and Kendall Wilford and Mike Cheshire placed in the game, fish, and fowl division. Other winners include Deer Run Hunting Club, first place in game for deer balls. Critter Cookers, second place in game for mounting buck balls. WB Construction, third place in fowl for Upland White Chili. Team Natural, second place in fish for E-Natural Bimo Fish Tacos. What a contest. The Covenant County Veterans Day Parade is set for 9 a.m. Monday in Andalusia. U.S. Marine Corps Major retired Christopher Lawson, a Pleasant Home graduate, will be the guest speaker at this year's Veterans Day program set for immediately following the parade. Make plans now to attend. The Andalusia Police Department has made the final arrest in the drive-by type shooting incident that occurred on Oak Street August the 11th. After months-long investigation by the Andalusia Police Department, Jete Washington, age 17, of Mississippi, was charged Wednesday with 3 counts of attempted murder, 3 counts of discharging firearm into an occupied building. Washington is being held on a $630,000 bond in the Covenant County Jail. According to testimony in the October hearing related to the case, a botched drug transaction on August the 11th led to the shooting. With this arrest, the Andalusia Police Department has made all the arrests in the Oak Street shooting. The Andalusia Police Department is investigating another counterfeit money case. This time, a local business reported the phony $50 bill being passed to one of their employees. Investigator Sergeant Chris Bird wants to remind business owners and employees to be watchful for these counterfeit bills. If you receive counterfeit money for payment, please contact the Andalusia Police Department. A picture of the counterfeit bill is placed on the WOPP Facebook page. Another accident on Highway 84 East past Dice Dairy Road, this one approximately 3:15 Thursday afternoon, that had an entrapment of a child which was freed by the jaws of life. The child was transported to Mizell Memorial Hospital by rescue squad. This is out in the county. The state trooper will work the accident. No report had been filed at last check. From the Opp Police Department on Wednesday around 3:52 p.m., officers arrested a 41-year-old male resident of Laurel Hill, Florida on North Main Street for failure to appear warrant through the Opp Municipal Court. The Opp Police Department reporting 5 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covenant County Sheriff Department booked in 12. 1 for pistol possession, violation felon. 3 for failure to appear. 2 possession of controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and meth. 2 for possession of meth and drug paraphernalia. 2 for violation of probation. 1 criminal trespassing 3rd degree. Theft of property 4th degree. 1 bond revocation. 11 release. 214 in the Covenant County Jail. The Opp Community Christmas sign-up is from 8 a.m. until 12 noon and from 4 o'clock until 6 p.m. at the First United Methodist Church Grace Building. For children 12 and under, assistance for the first 125 children. Register for families with OPPA addresses. Applications are available the day of the sign-up. You must bring all required documents the day of the sign-up. A list of the documents are on WOPP Facebook page. The Wopp-Live School fruit sale delivery will be on November the 26th. Please contact Josh Kaiser at 493-4561. The OHS band students have kicked off a new fundraising event through Simple Sheets. If you are interested in purchasing some of the sheets, sets are $45, pillowcases are $15. Feel free to see any of the Wopp-Live School band students or call Wopp-Live School 493-4561. The city of Wopp will be closed Monday for Veterans Day. Monday's garbage will be picked up on Tuesday and will run one day behind until Friday. Friday's garbage will be picked up on Friday on schedule. Please put your container by the road the night before your scheduled pickup.
If you look around, this place has changed a lot over the years. Our community has grown. New businesses, new people, new demands on our electric system. But one thing has remained the same. Your Touchstone Energy partner is as committed to providing reliable power at a reasonable price now as they were when the lines were first strung. Rest assured, that commitment won't ever change.
The Opp City Utilities, your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Are you tired of calling your pharmacy and hearing this?
To request a refill, press 1. For pharmacy hours, press 3. To speak to a pharmacy associate.
Then hang up the phone and give us a call at 493-4517. TNC Pharmacy is a hometown pharmacy where you will talk directly to one of our pharmacy staff members without having to remember which number to push. We will gladly transfer your prescriptions from your current pharmacy to our pharmacy. Insurance copay will be the same, and if you pay cash, we offer competitive cash prices. So skip the hassle and give us a call at TNC Pharmacy, 101 Parish Avenue, Opp, 493-4517.
The Alabama High School Athletic Association State Football Playoffs first round pairings. Class 1A, Florella will be at Lynette. Notasoga will be at Georgiana. Billingsley will be at Alva. Brantley will be at Whaley. 2A, Daleville will be at Reeltown. New Brockton will be at Leroy. Southern Choctaw at Luverne. Chickasaw will be at Highland Home. Lafayette will be at Geneva County. Goshen at Cottage Hill. Arrington at Thornsby.
Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Susan.
Academy at Winfield. Oakland will be at Pike County. T.R. Miller will be at St. James. Lamar County at Providence Christian. Vicksburg at Gordo. 4A, Talladega at Headland. Andalusia at Montevallo. 5A, Charles Emerson at Ramsey. Fairfield at Greenville. 6A, Eufaula at Hueytown. Stanhope Elmore at Saraland. Dauphin at Wetumpka. Hillcrest Tuscaloosa at Cindy Lanier. Carver Montgomery at McAdory. 7A, Lee Montgomery at Theodore. Fairhope at Auburn. Davison at Central Phoenix City. Prattville at McGill-Tuda. College football for Saturday. Troy Trojans will be at Georgia Southern. Kickoff at 12 noon here on WOPP, 1290 AM. Alabama will host Mississippi State. Kickoff at 2:30 on CBS. Auburn Tigers will be at Georgia Bulldogs. Kickoff at 6 p.m. The Andalusia Kiwanis Club annual Candyland Christmas 5K and half marathon this year. The fundraiser will go to all the track teams in the county. This would include Andalusia, Strawn, Opp, Red Level, Pleasant Home, and Florella. The Candyland Christmas 5K and half marathon will be held on Saturday, December the 8th at 7:30 a.m. at the Andalusia City Hall. Registration may be found online at ChronicoTrack.com. The first annual Cruising Christmas Car Show in conjunction with Christmas Kickoff in Alva. Entry fee, register 10 to 12, show 12 to 4. Free admission to the public, trophies for People's Choice and Alva High School Student Choice. Trophies for the first and second place. Cars and trucks, all makes and models. For more information, contact Kenneth Calhoun, 334-313-5505. Proceeds to benefit the Alva City Library. That's Dateline Action News. Ops only locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPP and repeated later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense.
This is your hometown.
This week's specials at the Farmers IGA.
Essential everyday, self-basting young turkeys with pop-up timers, 69 cents a pound. Limit 2. Lean boneless pork chops, $1.77 a pound. USDA Select T-bone steaks, $4.99 a pound. Fresh fire thighs or drumsticks, 77 cents a pound. Kraft mayo, 30 ounces, $1.99. Heinz ketchup, 38 ounces, $1.99. Kraft barbecue sauce, 18 ounces, 77 cents. Star-Kissed tuna, 5 ounces, 4 for $3. Dole garden salad mix, 12-ounce bag, 99 cents.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in the Mar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
One of the biggest questions facing Alabama and the good old USA is, what will happen to our aging population? The Woodmore on Highway 331 North wants to be a small part of the answer. We're an assisted living facility with an emphasis on assisted. One of the things Americans cherish most is our independence, but as we age, sometimes a little help is needed. If you have any questions with how assisted living works, call the Woodmore at 493-2721 or come by for a visit. We'd love to show you around.
Check with Woodmore on rehab or temporary care. 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. Woodmore, we care.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. Starting off Friday morning and Veterans Day weekend, mostly cloudy. Daybreak low temperature around 64. A chance of showers happens this morning, carrying us into the early afternoon with a chance of thunderstorms. High 74. Cloudy, gradually becoming partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers before midnight Friday night. Overnight low of 46. Saturday, plenty of sunshine, high topping out at 57. That's the latest lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Hey, 67 is our low this morning. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise this morning at 6:08. The official sunset at 4:51. 80% chance of rain out there, 10% tonight. That fog has really came in the last hour. It's heavy in some areas, so please drive with care this morning. 69 degrees.
2018 was the ending of the Opp Bobcat football career for 5 seniors that played their hearts out for Opp High School. We also saw the coming out party for some freshmen, sophomores, juniors that will lead to a bright future for the Opp Bobcats football team. Thank you to Coach Hill and his coaching staff. Our sponsors are proud of you. WOPP is proud of you. Proud to have sponsored the 2018 football season. Brought to you by Larry's Prescriptions, CCB Community Bank,
David's Catfish House,
Opp Health and Rehabilitation, Lance Jackson, CPA.
Good morning, Miss Anna.
Memorial Hospital, TNC Pharmacy,
Caroline's Country Stores,
Covington Pecan,
Hardee's, H.C. Ecker Trucking Company,
Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick, Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Opp Gun Shop, the Opp Donut Shop,
S&P Communications,
Air Control, here on your official Bobcat station, WOPB.
Touchdown! Man on Troy! Troy fans, this is Coach Neil Brown. Remember, you can catch every great moment of Trojan football on the radio this fall, right here.
A big challenge on the road is up next as Troy visits the Georgia Southern Eagles this Saturday in Statesboro. Kickoff at noon on Troy football's oldest radio affiliate, WOPP AM 1290.
Don't miss Denim Days and Diamond Nights at the National Peanut Festival now through November 11th. Hit the Midway for hair-raising rides and family fun at the Eudora Farms Petting Zoo, the Giant Ural Slide, Louis Comedy Circus, and more. Visit vendor booths at the Alpha Exhibit Building and live concerts at the All Metal Amphitheater starring Tamala Mann and Mann's Family Tour. Morris Day in the Time and Granger Smith. Visit nationalpeanutfestival.com for details.
Coming Monday, November the 12th and Tuesday, November the 13th.
Don't miss your chance to see the only herd of Asian and African elephants currently touring the U.S. Loomis Brothers Circus returns to Andalusia, Alabama, and you are invited to join us for a thrilling circus adventure the whole family will enjoy. It is a three-ring extravaganza packed with a fresh cast of international circus stars, exciting new acts, and a live circus band. The show features a grand selection of both animal and human performers, including acrobats, daredevils, clowns, aerialists, white tigers, and elephants. Showtimes are 4:30 p.m. Stay tuned to WOPP for your chance to win free tickets.
Coming Monday, November the 12th and Tuesday, November the 13th.
this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. With the Florida Senate race apparently headed for a recount, Republican Rick Scott accusing unethical liberals of trying to steal the election. He says he's not going to stand for it. Filed lawsuits against county election supervisors in Broward and Palm Beach counties, alleging rampant fraud as recount slowly drags on. Recount also a distinct possibility in the Florida governor's race. And it's not only Florida. Arizona has an extremely close race of its own. Democrat Kirsten Sinema taking a narrow lead over Republican Martha McSally in the Senate contest in Arizona. Paradise is anything but as a ravenous wildfire devastates the Northern California town. The entire community of 27
Good morning, Brett.
in order to evacuate. Bobby Crippen is among them, telling KGO-TV he's never seen anything like it.
We had to drive through fire, and there was fire on both sides of the road. It was very scary. And it was dark. It was so dark, it was like midnight.
Meanwhile, portions of Southern California remain under siege as two large fires threaten numerous Ventura County communities. Captured on a chilling cell phone video, Wednesday night's deadly attack at a crowded Southern California bar.
The video is disturbing and haunting. Dallas Knapp was inside the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks, California Wednesday night when suddenly gunshots were being fired. On his cell phone, Knapp recorded the attack and his escape from the carnage. A dozen people were killed in the shooting. Authorities believe the gunman, Ian David Long, ultimately killed himself. I'm Mike Rossio.
And investigators have yet to discuss a motive for that deadly attack. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures deep in the red. Dow futures down about 135 points. NASDAQ futures off 63, and S&P futures currently down 16 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
It's the Extreme Year-End Sale. Call now and get up to $200 when you switch. Only Extreme, powered by Mediacom, brings it all together with our fiber-rich 100% gigabit technology network. Now is your chance to experience super fast speeds with powerful in-home Wi-Fi, smarter TV service with Extreme voice remote, and so much more. Get Extreme Internet, TV, and phone as low as $29.99 each a month for 1 year when bundled. And when you switch today, you'll get an Extreme reward up to $200. Cha-ching! Plus Showtime and TiVo DVR for 3 months. Call 800-SIMPLIFY now to save during the limited time Extreme Year-End Sale. And get your Extreme reward up to $200. Don't wait. Call 800-SIMPLIFY now for details. Available to qualified new customers only. Price doesn't include activation, installation, local broadcast station surcharge, regional sports surcharge, taxes, and fees. Additional restrictions may apply. Not available in all areas. Call Mediacom for more details.
With SRN Sports, I'm Michael Herring. And let's start with NFL Thursday Night Football. The Steelers roll over the Panthers to get their 5th straight win.
Pittsburgh quarterback Ben Roethlisberger passed for 328 yards and 5 touchdowns as the Steelers pounded the Carolina Panthers 52-21. Roethlisberger distributed his scoring throws to 5 different receivers, throwing just 3 incompletions in the game. Antonio Brown caught 6 passes for 96 yards, including a touchdown. Running back James Conner ran for 65 yards and a touchdown, but left the game to be evaluated for a concussion. The Steelers, winners of 5 straight, are now 6-1. Panthers tailback Christian McCaffrey racked up 138 yards of offense, scoring 3 times. The loss lifts Carolina to 6-3. Josh Roundtree, Pittsburgh.
In other NFL news, Josh McCown will start a quarterback for the New York Jets against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday in place of injured rookie Sam Darnold. Coach Todd Bowles says he's ruled out Darnold because of a strained right foot. He might not be inactive, though. This is SRN.
Tyndall Tire is now in the new tire business. Firestone, Nexon, and America's fine dancing. Tyndall Tire makes it easy. Located at 105 Sumner's Road, the first left after the bypass headed to Kenston. Terms and financing, 6 months, same as cash. Tyndall Tire makes it easy. Been in the wholesale business for 7 years. Over 6,000 used tires in stock. Now the retail. Neil Tyndall Tire. Financing. Tyndall Tire makes it easy. For any budget, phone 334-493-0892. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Do you need a place to live?
The Op Housing Authority just may be able to help you.
Fun.
Rental assistance are available for qualified
Fun.
Depending on the size of your family and annual income, you could qualify for assistance. Many people that think they cannot get help actually qualify for assistance. The best way to find out is to fill out an application. Some apartments are accessible units, and you may request reasonable accommodations at any time. Pick up an application at the Op Housing Authority, 800 Barnes Street, Monday through Friday, 7:30 until 6 p.m. To return the application, come by on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the hours posted in our office. For more information, call 493-9741. The Op Housing Authority, Equal Opportunity Housing. Sweet Teas Cafe and Bakery, 205 East Covenant Avenue. The Old Bar Seafood Place. Open 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. Breakfast served until 10 a.m. Bubble Biscuit, sausage, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, ham, egg, and cheese for $3.50. Big Bubble Biscuit, $4.50. The Bubble Biscuit Fruity, $4. Grilled bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, $4.50. At lunch, the Reuben, the roast beef, the turkey club, the chicken club, BLTs, grilled cheese, cheese, and cheese your way. And yes, hamburgers, and kids menus, and sweet for the sweet at Sweet Teas Cafe and Bakery, 205 East Covenant Avenue. For delivery, call 493-1111. 493-1111. Located at the Old Bar Seafood. By public demand, open 7 days a week.
Snowden Sausage takes this time to remind listeners that many area families may not be as fortunate as most. Your donations of food, toys, and gently used clothing can really mean the world to some of our family, friends, and neighbors who may be struggling to make ends meet. During these trying times, let's all get involved to make a difference. This message from Snowden Sausage, guaranteed quality and freshness always at family prices. Pick some up today at local stores. Wishing everyone a fun-filled holiday season.
Come and get the best donuts in the Wiregrass at the Op Donut Shop, featuring classic yeast glazed and designer donuts. Tired of the same old dry biscuits in the morning? Try their delicious breakfast sandwich made up with glazed or plain yeast rolls with bacon or sausage, egg, and cheddar cheese. And don't forget the coffee. Their premium coffee is the best around. Plus they have iced coffee, cappuccino, frappes, and soft drinks. For lunch, try a delicious BLT with your choice of cheeses. The Op Donut Shop, open Monday through Saturday from 6 until 2, located at 112 West Covington Avenue, across from the Op Gun Shop. Call 493-0830 and order a dozen donuts today.
Real honey from real bees. Real butter.
By God, we ought to get you hungry on our morning show, hadn't we?
Huh?
We ought to get you hungry on the morning show, hadn't we?
We ought to.
I think I got another one coming on.
Get a real good, real
Food.
breakfast at Hardee's.
Big
breakfast flavor is
I know we got the real steak coming on.
freshly grilled sausage, fluffy eggs, golden melty cheese, all on it.
That may wait till January and do it in that year of the budget.
Get two breakfast
Just do Christmas greetings now. David Ellis's place.
Here's your WOPPLive LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. Starting off Friday morning and Veterans Day weekend, mostly cloudy. Daybreak low temperature around 64.
She told David to handle the advertisement. He and I was on the same wavelength.
Early afternoon, chance of thunderstorms. High 74. Cloudy, gradually becoming.
I know her daddy and mother. So, I mean, she's all right. But I think I come across a little different with her.
High topping out at
Man,
57. That's the latest lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
67 is our low this morning. The winds are, well, they are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:08. The official sunset at 4:51. 69 degrees, and that fog has really came in, and it's heavy out there in some areas.
Yeah, it looks pretty thick. I think it's gotten thicker since I got here.
It was 0 when I came to work. And then when you came, it's some.
Well, this unusually warm weather, I guess, along with all the rain that we've had, kind of a combination for that sort of thing.
Oh, I got that kicked in my mind. The volleyball girls were here yesterday. Our guests, the 5 seniors.
Yes,
I
saw the pictures.
Had them in the lobby, and they was talking about it being cool out there. I said, wait till you get in the control room. And luckily, I had it 56 degrees. I I didn't even realize it was that cold, so I had to turn it off. But oh, did I get the reaction?
It don't matter what time of year it is. I don't come in here without a jacket.
It's only 62 right now.
It's jacket weather.
Yeah. In other words, it's warmer outside than it's in here.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's warmer outside.
Speaking of high school, the day's the last day on fruit sale, and a lot of people like their fruit for Christmas, the oranges and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Get a hold of Josh Kaiser at 493-4561 and place your order today. They usually order a little extra too, and they let us know when that comes in too. But if you want to be sure, go ahead and order.
Yeah, that's the best way to make sure that you get what you want.
Mm-hmm. Now the band booster's got something called Simply Sheets going on. I don't completely understand it. Bed sheets and pillows and stuff like that. I reckon I need to get some of them out here because it sounds like if they can get it here for Christmas, it'd be a good Christmas presents. A set of sheets, $45. Pillowcases, $15. They're luxurial type, 1800 series or whatever that means. See, I don't know sheets. I know what they're clean or not clean.
1800 series or count or what?
That's what it says, series.
Oh, okay.
So there's. I'll see if you know.
I don't.
Did you? Okay, you cut the ad a moment ago. Do you understand the blue boxes going on over in Andalusia now?
Yeah, I kind of do.
I didn't understand the page thing. Something that you give and take and on your own?
What it is, right now they're going to have two set up in the city, and they're encouraging other people to put them up in their communities. And what they are, I'm not sure the design of the box or any special way to get it. I don't know.
We need to look at that.
But it's what they do is they furnish them with non-perishable items and toiletries and things that people can use, and anybody can go by and get stuff out of it. All they ask is that when you're back on your feet, you go and put stuff back in it.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, pretty nice idea, I guess. But I don't know what the actual boxes look like.
But does somebody control it, or I mean, is it?
Well, one of them is located at the animal shelter over in Andalusia, and now I can't remember off the top of my head where the other one is. It may be at the police department.
I hate to say it, but if it's trust and you open it up, then some people wipe everything out. I mean, so you almost got to have somebody in control.
Yeah, you probably do, and I like I said, I don't know all of the details about it. I just what little I saw it's going to be interesting to see how that works, and hopefully people will use it the way they're supposed to.
I noticed on the flyer thing, Melissa Leslie is in charge of it.
Yes.
So her or either I hadn't had Chief over here in a while. With the Christmas thing going on, he could tell us about traffic control and all that.
That would probably be a good idea.
Kill two birds with one stone.
And I was thinking the other day, I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook about people that are running stop signs on buses. Might be good to get Lance McCullough in here from the Op City Schools and let him talk a little bit about the rules for other drivers whenever they meet a bus and all. I
think they're recruiting some backup drivers too.
I forgot what the deal is on a 4-lane with a medium. I think as long as there's a medium, both sides don't have to stop. If there's not a medium, both sides have to stop. But I'm not exactly sure on that. But it'd be interesting to get Lance in and let him go over that.
Well, we can do that. The most immediate thing going on today, though, is the Christmas for people in need here in Opp at the First United Methodist Church Grace Building. It begins at 8 o'clock this morning, goes to noon, and then back again 4 to 6. I'm going to advise that you go this morning, just in case you don't have some of the documents you need. Then you got time to go home, get them, bring them back.
Yeah.
Because today's it, baby.
Yeah.
125 first kids that are there under 12. And here is what you need now. A valid driver license, Social Security card, proof of income, no handwritten notes, utility bill, no rent statement.
So they want a check stub or something like that.
Proof of guardianship, if you're
guardian,
EBT card if you have one, child Social Security card, a copy is okay there. A copy there is okay. Child's birth certificate, a copy is okay there. Child Medicaid card if they have one. Must have correct sizes for shoes, jackets, clothes, and diapers. And that all makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Just documenting who you are. We're trying to make sure you're not from Mexico and not trying to get something for nothing.
Well, You know, it's really kind of sad that we've got to a point where we have to get all this information,
Yeah.
you know, to make sure that people are being honest and not just being sorry, you know, about their situation. But I did, before we got too far away, I want the OHS band students, they've kicked off their new fundraising event called Simply Sheets.
That's it.
If you're interested in purchasing some sheets, feel free to see any of the OHS band students, or you can call the high school at 493-4561. These are comfort and luxury of an 1800 series sheets and pillowcases.
Will they be in before Christmas? Does it say there?
Well, let's see, luxury sheets, moisture wicking, breathable, affordable, great value, high quality fiber sheets, available, no, deep pockets, no, we manufacture, no, we said no, choose from extensive color palette, no.
They're real nice sheets.
They're very nice sheets. It doesn't say how long it's going to run. It doesn't say if they'll get them back, but you can get them for $45. These normally run anywhere from $80 to $200. Pillowcases for $15.
Hey, if the band boost is listening right now and knows that they call us, 493-4545, yes, you'll be on the air, but that's okay. I'm curious because I can take care of some of my Christmas shopping.
Yeah. Well,
and kill two birds with one stone, you know.
And you know, I never thought that much about sheets until I bought some cheap sheets one time, and then you realize that, hey, there's a difference in this.
Cheap sheets, you don't want to say that 20 times.
No, you don't. You better be careful when you say it.
Oh, gee whiz. Hey, don't forget the Veterans Day Parade Monday, too. It means a lot to a lot of veterans, 9 o'clock over in Andalusia. I salute Andalusia for doing that program. It's been a great program for them. It's Holiday Monday. Oh, we're looking for a monster audience for the circus school being out for Monday.
Well, yeah, that should be.
I think it's going to be a monster day.
Big crowd, yeah.
Yeah. Stay tuned for a chance to win some, too. There, maybe somebody going to tell us about
B.
WOPP.
Robert, this is Janet Shepard. The sheets that the Ock band is selling,
Yeah.
they will be in for Christmas presents.
Oh, are you taking orders?
I'm taking orders. Would you like for us to come back?
Yes, ma'am. Come and see me, honey.
Thank you, Robert.
I need a neck hug from you anyway, honey. Okay, see ya. Thank you, dear. Bye-bye. The power of radio.
Yeah, we thank Ms. Shuford for giving us that information. And so you could, we didn't get the cutoff date for the orders, but hey, this is something you can order now. And like Robert said, you taking care of some Christmas items.
I got some jewelry from the elementary or something or other. I took care of one of my Christmases if I don't lose it before Christmas. I've had it 2 weeks. I told Shannon, don't let me lose it, baby. I'm terrible at losing things.
Anything put down in your office is subject to be lost. Forever.
Ever and ever and ever. There's a song there.
And those of you that don't know, you have a trail going into Robert's office, and you have to follow that same trail to get out.
That's on the way. The police will come in and help you every once in a while. The midnight light. 19 minutes past 7 a.m. I didn't wake up the mayor today. I hadn't aggravated her or nothing.
Is she back in town?
I think so. I think so. I gotta get with her and find out what day she's gonna do their press thing for the rodeo. We're ready to announce our first act, man. We're
That's
ready.
good.
We're ready.
Need to get that information out.
And we real close ready. Well, we're ready, but we can't do it yet. The other.
And I can't think of the name of the guy that's coming to Charlie's place.
You just cut it a moment.
I know it. I just cut
Bates,
it.
Jeff.
Yeah.
That's going to be a pretty good show.
That'll be pretty good. He's already sold all of his VIP tickets, but he's still got general admission available. Better get him in a hurry, is what I'm saying, because it may just be standing room only.
It hit the Star this morning, and we're going to have it on weekend use, but we just didn't have room for it. And but I did want to get it on because he's playing
next Friday.
Yeah, and he's playing with good friends of ours.
Yeah.
Down
Today's yesterday band.
They're good kids, and we've been keeping up with them quite some time now. And in fact, me and him were talking the other day. He and I's got to talk. He has now found out there's some con artists in this business. I said, gee, that's why. I said 3 years ago, you remember you knew everything? He said, yeah. Now, you ready to listen to me? He said, yes, sir, I am. He got took a few times. You know what I mean?
It happens.
Oh, yeah.
It happens. You got to be Got to be careful. That's a cutthroat business, I tell you.
There's some sharks out there, man.
There are. And today's Friday, so that means Doc's going to be open tonight.
I'm glad you thought of that. I'm glad you thought of that. But now the barbecue is only on Thursday and Fridays at lunch now.
Right.
Not on Friday nights. He had that at first to help. He thought it would help get the crowd there on Friday nights.
Yeah.
But they come for the steak.
They do.
And a hamburger steak.
They do. And the other stuff that he has.
And the salad bar. He's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
He said that was probably the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
And ice cream to go.
Yeah, that ice cream standing right there at the door in that little refrigerator. That's a kicker right there now. You think you're going to get out of there, then you see that sign on that refrigerator.
I call it
ice cream.
Not only that, I call all right in there is a kid's trap.
Mm-hmm.
He's got smart there, hasn't he?
He sure has. I see him
Mommy.
I saw him coming through there Sunday, and they were just like rubbing their hands together, looking, and then they'd reach up, and you'd hear, no. And then, but I want one.
And then he's got some things, okay, you don't want him to have the sweets, so he's got some marbles and stuff like that. Will you settle for a marble? Somebody done pretty good marketing there.
That's right. It's a good kid trap there.
Yeah. There's some guys out there right now enjoying those Western omelets too, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah, baby.
Breakfast time.
Don't forget breakfast at Doc's 6 days a week, and of course the hot bar 7 days a week, and of course the salad bar 7 days a week during the daytime. And then hey, it's a great place. I've done this when it's not easy to shop for Christmas with my brother or his wife.
Yeah.
That nice lady that runs the store for him. I've gone and hugged her neck and said, fix me one of them baskets for $100, $150. And they just let her do it,
Oh, yeah.
And they're always happy
and
with it.
they've always got some Alabama Auburn stuff, so you can get Alabama stuff for Ronnie.
Well, she'll ask. She already knows that on them because she's done so many for me.
Yeah.
But she'll ask, what fans are they? That's always something she'll ask.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And if you're you just don't know what to get. And I know one thing, that they always like that Amish stuff, man. She's going to stick some jelly in. And that,
Oh, yeah.
That's
good stuff.
Oh, yeah. And I guarantee you, by doing the basket, you get your money's worth.
Yeah.
You can't buy everything individually. You get your money well worth.
Oh, yeah. Good idea. Always good ideas out there.
Yeah. Wrapped it up like an Easter basket, Yeah, pretty cool.
Him and Elaine and Mark, they go a couple of times a year and find stuff.
Golden stuff.
That goes along with the ambiance of their restaurant and gift store.
Hey, our nurse practitioner, boy, her business is blooming, man.
Well,
it is blooming. I'm so proud for her.
Just the idea of it was really, I thought was really something that I needed.
Yeah.
Open a little bit later. Open on Saturdays. I don't know about Sundays, but open on Sundays. But Saturdays.
Well, she's choir director for Baptist Church.
Well, yeah, she can't be there. She heals souls or bodies on Mondays through Saturdays, and then she works on the souls on Sundays.
That's right. That's pretty cool, isn't it? She does elderly that can't. It's hard to get out of the house. To go to them, and then of course babies under 30 days. You go to those because it's better for them to stay at home, picking up germs and all.
House calls?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
She got other. I don't know what nurses are. Are they just regular nurses?
No.
There's something else too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but she got some people that helps her.
They can write prescriptions and things, but they're not
practitioner can't. Yeah. But she's got some other nurses with her too.
Well, she probably got some RNs.
Something like that.
LPNs.
Yeah. But anyway, they're doing great. We're proud for them. And I tell you another big. I think the Impact sweet teas. But when you go to a landmark location, you better be ready. People are used to a bar's location having food, and used to having good food.
Yeah.
And they love the code. Something about that little billing. It's too little, to be honest, but it's something that's just right for people to rub elbows.
Yeah.
People like it. It's crazy,
I think they do. We went there earlier this week and had lunch. First time I'd had lunch there.
And had the hamburger? Woo!
I didn't. My daddy had the hamburger. Becky had the 3 cheese.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And I had BLT, which was delicious. And so,
That-
the hamburger is, you better be ready to eat if you get that hamburger.
That delivery hit a niche too that was needed in town.
Yes, yeah, they do deliver to you.
Businesses, yeah.
Businesses, and in fact, I've told some people about that, and they said, really, they said that's a great idea, and they were going to take advantage of that.
And they will take care of a senior citizen. It may be a little earlier than 11 o'clock, a little after 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
But senior citizens that can't get out of the house for some reasons, they'll do that. But we got another business about to open in a couple of months. He's behind the Italian restaurant.
Oh,
He's going to deliver.
Ristorante.
You're going to have to cut those ads.
Restaurante.
You're already getting ready to cut those ads, aren't you? Hope he gets open by Christmas because it's a great time to do it. But he's going to deliver, but he's going to charge $1. But gee, what's $1 for delivery?
Oh yeah, that's worth well worth the headache to get out yourself and go get it.
Yeah. So I think he may hit a niche too. Yeah. Domino's Pizza done good when it was here and all, but
they did do good.
They got some mismanagement, got them.
Well, I didn't know what the deal was.
Yeah.
I liked their pizza. I liked it. That was, you could order it and they'd have it to you.
I think that food business is picking up. Everything's going
well. The economy is picking up, so
it has something to do with it.
Yeah, I believe it does.
Everything I know on the restaurant in front of the City Hall, it's still on go.
It's still on the go.
Get on go. And donuts. I told somebody day before yesterday, had not had one of the donuts from the donut shop, Hot Donut Shop.
What?
They said, man, they had just had it. They said that's one of the best donuts I've ever ate in my life.
They're delicious. We've gotten in the habit of
I'm a Saturday morning habit.
And getting those apple fritters, and I always get enough for Saturday and Sunday morning.
Got out Sunday, huh?
Because you put them in the microwave, and man, they're just as good as they were the day you got them. But one day I went and they didn't have the apple fritters. I had to go in another direction. But you know what? I wasn't disappointed.
Still good.
Oh yeah.
I was up at Papa G's the other night too. And, I made this remark before. Something about I overlook Papa G's and Benton's. They're right here at the radio station. I'll come out of the radio station, get into the vehicle, and I've got things on my mind what I'm going to do after lunch. So I'll just drive by them.
Oh yeah.
Before I even thought. And that brain comes up, oh, I could have ate back there.
Well, for me, every time I step out the door at Store Buildings, I smell Benton Snack Bar.
So your nose just leads, huh?
Well, but I very rarely ever eat lunch there, but Kathy and I usually eat once or twice a week. We'll order something from Benton's, or, we may go by
Papa G's
and get us something there.
Yeah. And people say they know where to eat now. And of course, our Caroline store up on number 1, Lee's place.
Lee's place
that
up there, man, and they're probably wrapped up right now with breakfast. I know that if you don't get there, if you wait too late in the morning, you're not going to get a sausage biscuit because they're gone. And they take them to some of the other Carolines around, and that's another place. The one on 134.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of mornings I have to go out that way if I'm going to Jason's to the chicken house.
Grab something in a hurry.
And I pull in there to get a sausage and biscuit, and buddy, they may only be one left. And this is, like at 7:30 in the morning.
It's a good place.
They're good. They're good.
You don't think about getting a hamburger at a barbecue joint. But that down at Hook's Barbecue,
yeah,
goodness gracious!
You better put a bib on whenever you eat a hamburger from there, because those are some juicy hamburgers. We like those hamburgers also, and their barbecued baked potato. Ooh,
I'll walk in there with every intent to get barbecue, and then I see somebody with the hamburgers. Oh,
and
gosh.
The thing is, they got 2 sizes.
Oh yeah.
And if you get the large,
you're in trouble.
Woo! Let me tell you, you better be hungry.
And then, of course, our friends at Hardee's, they're just a safe place. Those sliders, you can't beat that for a meal for $6.
They're delicious, and I'm on.
They're really good, folks.
And we love. Now, Kathy likes their grilled chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
And those are very good. And I can't think of the name of the one that I get all the time. It's got the sourdough bread. Man, it's just.
Is it good?
It's just, you want to slap yourself. It's so good.
And I had lunch at IGA Monday, which they're my safe zone. When I can't make up my mind where I want to go, Good idea.
Well, that's a good place. I love their catfish and cheese grits that they have once a week.
What day is that? Friday?
You can kind of tell that we kind of know when certain
Hey,
things are.
we're not looking at any copy.
Well, it's like you said, you know, and we haven't even talked about down the road, but people say,
we're getting to it.
You know, they talk about
Nowhere to
no
eat.
place to eat. Yeah, there's places to eat.
And today's the day to tell people because everybody goes on weekends to eat.
That's right.
And I want you to understand there are places not to eat, man.
Yeah.
He touched the Pizza Hut. I've only been one time since they remodeled it. It was really good. Still, I love the buffet.
Yeah.
When I go, and then we still got down the road, and Scott has got that going. I've had 3 or 4 meals from there. Have not been
Oh,
disappointed.
yeah. We've been there a few times also. I'm glad to see him back open.
And he will get advertising. He's slowly trying to redo it. He's trying to do it slow way this time.
Yeah.
And that's what, instead of all them hours and all that. I got him. You can't have that many hours.
Right.
I reckon we better do the birthday.
Well, I need some birthdays because we have done made myself hungry here talking about all this.
Does anybody deliver breakfast? Oh, yeah, we have done gotten around.
Gotten around, that's right.
And we probably forgot somebody.
I'm sure we probably did. And if we did, we apologize. We didn't
Subway.
mean to.
Subway.
The Subway.
But it's something about it. To me, I don't like the new location. I like the old location better.
Well, Subway's an old staple. I mean, if you need something, I mean, that's a good place to go if you need you a sandwich.
Oh yeah, build your own kind.
That's right. Today is Friday, November the 9th. We want to say happy birthday. Got a short list here. That's great. Anna Lee Tipton. Anna Lee Tipton is an actress and a model. She was in the movie Crazy Stupid Love. She's 30 today. Nikki Blonsky is an actress from Hairspray. She's 30 also. Nick Lachey is a singer with the group 98 Degrees. Did the song I Do and Give Me Just One Night. She's 45, or he's 45. Eric Dane is an actor from Grey's Anatomy. He is 46 today. Pepe is a rap singer. Was born, well, let's see, he was with the group Salt and Pepe, Grammy Award winner. He's 49. Lou Ferrigno, the actor, the bodybuilder, policeman. He is a former was the Incredible Hulk, also a former Mr. Universe. He's 67 today. Robert David Hall is an actor from Crime Scene CSI 71. Charlie Robinson, who's an actor from Night Court. I believe he was the judge. I'm not sure, but he's 73 today. And then finally, Bob Gibson, an athlete, Major League Baseball player. He was a pitcher, had 3,000 career strikeouts, a Cy Young winner in 1968 and 70. And he is 83 years old today. He's born in 1935. Happy birthday to all of our celebrities.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we forgot them tea cakes, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gee whiz. Out at Pop's place. Hey, if you want to know where to eat, Jen, I know. we can send you.
Just tell us what you feel like.
We'll keep you an eye. Tom Fogarty from the CCR band, Bad Moon Rising, would have been 77, passed away at 90. Let's see, Mary Travers, the singer with Peter, Paul, and Mary. Leaving on a jet plane, remember that?
I do.
If I had a hammer blowing in the wind, Puff the Magic Dragon, that's yours is right there. Of course, going back on CCR, I didn't say down on the corner, proud Mary looking out my back door, and then so many more to say, I've got to get back to Mary Travers. Would have been 82, passed away at 09, my mind slipped. Carl Sagan, the author of The Dragons of Eden, would have been 84, passed away at 96. Hedy Lamarr, the actress from White Cargo, Samson and Delilah, would have been 104, passed away in 2000. I had about as many as you. Ed Wynn, from the Ed Wynn Show, would have been 132, passed away in 66. I don't even know who it is. Mary Dresser, the actress from Dinner at 8, would have been 150, passed away in 34. And those are your celebrities that have gone on this morning.
Pretty good group.
Pretty good.
Now you're going to make me go Google a lot of them songs so I can listen to them again.
They're going to be in your head all day, aren't they?
That's right. They show up.
I love doing that to you folks. Sometimes I do it on purpose. He knows I do it on purpose, too. Well, Randy, it make you feel better. We're not 4 minutes late. We're 6 minutes late. Oh, man.
You should just call it Randy Griffin time.
Oh, that's a good idea. Andy Griffin time.
Florida Republican Senate candidate Rick Scott
Andy,
says
Randy.
he's not about to let unethical liberals steal the
That'd be
U.S.
cool.
Senate race. Scott holding a slim lead over Democrat incumbent Bill Nelson.
Randy Griffin
filed suit
time.
against election supervisors in Palm Beach.
Paid for by CC. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Leak out the Florida governor's race.
No,
Arizona
that
contest
won't
that
cost.
remains too
That's
close
to
to
make
call.
him his wife
Democrat
at
Kirsten
it.
Sinema taking a slim
That might
lead
not be
over
tough.
Republican
yeah.
Because brain does work sometimes. See?
Right.
On Thursday, Sinema reached a 17,000 vote deficit and now leads Republican Martha McSally by a slim 9,600 vote margin. There are still about 500,000 votes to be counted.
Just a 30-second delay. It is on sometimes on the feed of off the website. Most time it's 17 seconds. The Facebook normally is about 3 seconds delay. Sometimes 5, but 30. I don't know.
Paradise isn't what it used to be. Northern California community ravaged by a fast-moving wildfire. The CAL FIRE official estimates has destroyed a couple thousand structures. The entire community of 27,000 ordered to evacuate. Doug Jeter had to flee.
I got the notice, probably left my house a half hour later. Within an hour, I was hunkered down in a field with probably 20 other citizens.
There we
are. We went up at the hospital. A bulldozer pushing cars.
We don't have enough to talk about this morning, do we?
So we could get to the hospital.
And the fire danger is also high in parts of Southern California. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures pointing to a higher, or rather a lower open later on. Now Dow futures down 112 points, while NASDAQ futures are off 55 points. More of these stories at townhall.com.
CCB Bank time is.
Hey, Jay.
I thought I had him shut up.
Now you do.
I do now. It's still running up there. Okay. I thought I hit the stop thing. I did, but I didn't do a good job out of that. That's why you turn the volumes up and down, isn't it, Jay?
That's right. That's why you put your headphones on.
After 48 years, I will learn that one of these days. By the 50th anniversary, I know.
Well, that's coming.
I like that attitude you got there. CCB time is 7:38. Time for you to drop by CCB here in Opp. Meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs, member FDIC, talk about our mayor. That's what we want to do. Good morning, Line Action News, brought to you by.
And I don't talk about the mayor. Farmers IGA.
Except when he's not being heard by nobody else. Southern Independent Bank.
TNC Pharmacy.
The Woodmore.
Mizell Memorial Hospital.
Covenant Eye Care.
JR's Lawnmower Shop.
And Hardee's.
A federal judge ruled Thursday that a Dothan police officer acted reasonably when she shot a man to death. The shooting occurred in December of 2014 when Robert Lawrence attempted to drop off a dog at the Dothan Animal Shelter. When an employee asked him for identification as required, Lawrence refused to provide it, and the situation escalated into a confrontation with Sergeant Adrian Woodruff and another officer. Video captured from an in-car police camera to show Lawrence during a struggle attempted to grab Woodruff's taser before she shot him. A wrongful death lawsuit filed on behalf of Lawrence's estate followed, and a judge later seemed to question whether Woodruff's actions were justified. However, the latest ruling by another judge ends the case unless an appeal is filed. Woodruff, the animal shelter supervisor, later retired.
Dale County voters chose Tuesday to pay an additional $5 in vehicle tax fee, or tag, I should say, TAG, tag fee, and send the additional proceeds to the emergency medical services throughout the county. The initiative, known as Act 239, passed with about a 61% of the vote. Supporters of the measure said the funds are vital to provide adequate support for a struggling EMS service. The funds will be distributed through a formula to ensure an equality distribution of proceeds. It's expected to generate around $300,000 per year. Also Tuesday, Dale County voters approved Sunday alcohol sales. The measure passed with more than 64% of the votes. And one other thing went on down there, a late write-in campaign was waged for the outgoing State Senator Harry Ann Smith. The race garnered between 6.4 and 7.3% write-in votes, although no way to know exactly because write-in takes quite a while to get all the tally there. But it was not endorsed by Miss Smith. She didn't ever campaign, but still drew about 7.5%. How about that? Trying to retire.
Yeah. Dothan police were busy with a fatal shooting and separate break-in late Thursday night near Dothan High School. They first responded to reports of gunshots at about 10:30. When they got there, they found a man with gunshot wounds lying in a front lawn. He died from those injuries. At the time of the shooting, police weren't willing to provide any information about the victim or suspects. They did say they had the situation under control and the area was safe. Less than a mile from that shooting, another situation was unfolding at the Houston County Board of Education on Alice Street. Dothan Police Sergeant Joseph Evans says a man broke into the building used for technology offices and storage. He called police and said he was being chased by others and barricaded himself inside. Dothan Police and Houston County Sheriff's deputies first responded to the Career Academy on West Main Street due to an error in the paging system. Once they cleared the scene, they surrounded Board of Education building and the man gave himself up. Evans said he was likely under the influence of drugs. Do you think? And along with that also, there was a wreck.
There you go.
A wreck involving multiple vehicles on Whitaker Road. So a busy, busy time for Dothan Police.
I had to clear my throat. I got yours. I should have got yours ahead of time. Okay, now let's do it. I'm going to stay in Dothan, if you don't mind. Dothan man faces several charges in a scheme involving the purchase and pawning of automobiles. Dothan police said that Kevin Stadford promised an elderly woman that he would assist in improving her credit score, then directed her to purchase 2 vehicles from a local dealership, and he promised to make payments because he would use the vehicles. On June the 7th, he posed as the woman's nephew when she bought a pickup truck for nearly $44,000. 2 days later, the woman, once again accompanied by Stafford, purchased a BMW over $30,000, according to the investigators. While looking at those cases there, the officers said they discovered that Stafford twice pawned title to another car, once using an alter title. Police say that in their statements thus far. Now, he is charged with 2 counts of financial exploitation of the elderly, 1 count of theft by deception, and 1 count of theft by deception. Court records show that Stafford previously has had arrests of dozens of times before on various charges, including theft, harassment, and assault. Shooting between the eyes and be done with him.
3 arrests have been made in a drug trafficking investigation. The Houston County Sheriff's Office has arrested Tyrone Salters of Dothan for trafficking cocaine, Avery Miller, also from Dothan, for possession of marijuana and receiving stolen property, and Deontay Vickers of Headland for unlawful possession of a controlled substance. Sheriff's deputies found user amounts of ecstasy and marijuana at the house on Bertishaw Street. They also found more than an ounce of crack cocaine, leading them to believe the drug was being produced and distributed. 2 pistols were recovered, one of which was stolen. All 3 men were charged were also charged with eluding the scene.
Can you tell I don't like people taking advantage of the elderly?
Yes, I can.
Okay. An Opelika man has died in a single vehicle crash just outside of Auburn just before 4 a.m. on November the 8th. 52-year-old Gregory Hopstick was killed when his vehicle left the roadway and struck a utility pole. Hopstick was pronounced dead at the scene. The Alabama State troopers are investigating that incident. Check your time. Randy Griffin time, 7:44 here at WOPP.
I like
that. Oh, shoot. I hit the wrong thing.
That's the wrong one.
That's all right. I'll change it. I know how to change over.
Dr. Joshua Jordan and the friendly staff
Just like that.
at Eye Care would like to thank all of you for
I hadn't queued up the other one.
our ability to care for you and your family.
Our newly renovated office offers all the latest technology to give you a comprehensive eye examination, as well as detect and treat eye diseases. We are pleased to now offer many surgical procedures as we partner with Dr. Brent McKinley, board-certified cataract surgeon.
We carry the newest styles of Costa Del Mar and Maui Jim sunglasses for all your summer fun. We also have an extensive line of frames to meet the needs of those on a budget, as well as those looking for Nike or the popular Coach line. And hey, Jack, we even carry the Duck Commander line.
For the contact lens wearers, we have the most comfortable brands, and for those who want to change it up a bit, We now offer the brand New Air Optics Color Contacts.
So call us today at 493-6600 to set up your next appointment, or visit us at 604 North Main Street in Opp to give us an opportunity to meet all your eye care needs.
Over the past several years, interest rates have hovered near historic lows, to the point that would-be borrowers have become accustomed to low rates. In mid-June, the Federal Reserve not only raised interest rates, but announced their intentions to raise rates again at least once in 2018. If you have a need for a personal loan, a business loan, or a home loan, come see us today to take advantage of still attractive rates and our exceptional loan service. Southern Independent Bank, in Opp and Andalusia, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. NML.
Big Flavor is back. You're looking at char-broiled beef with by fire, kissed by melty American cheese on a golden toasted line. Mouth-watering flavor at a jaw-dropping price. Char-broiled sliders starting at $1.25. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. Big breakfast flavor is here. Applewood smoked bacon or freshly grilled sausage, fluffy eggs, golden melty cheese, all on a toasty little bun. Good morning. Start at Hardee's. Get 2 breakfast sliders for $2.99.
Zachary Daniel Dan Studstill, age 79, of Andalusia, passed away Tuesday in the Princeton Baptist Hospital. Survived by wife Susan Rawls Studstill, son and daughter-in-law Sally Studstill, daughter and son-in-law Suzanne and Joshua Williams, 4 grandchildren, a great-grandson, brother Charles Lawton Studstill, sister and brother-in-law Susan and Gary Pitts. Funeral services for Dan Studstill will be 11 a.m. from the First United Methodist Church. Burial will be at the Andalusia Memorial Cemetery. Visitation will be held 9:30 until 10:45 prior to services in the Fellowship Hall at the church. Memorials can be sent to the building fund of the First United Methodist Church, Andalusia. Gloria Joyce Forgel, age 83, of Andalusia, passed away Monday at her residence. Funeral services will be 11 o'clock from the Foreman Funeral Home. Burial will be at Stone Lake Cemetery. Gloria Joyce Folger is survived by 2 sons and daughter-in-law, Anthony and Carol Corzora, William Paul Folger, a daughter Lisa Joy Walker, 7 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, brother and sister-in-law, Paul and Sandy Whittle, her sisters and brother-in-law, Bobby Black, Jean Scott, and Paulette and Bob Wright. Mary Ann Spann, age 75, of Dozier, passed away Monday at her residence. Survived by son Kenneth Doyle Andrews, 2 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Mary Ann Spann will be 1 p.m. at the Westview Baptist Church. The family will be receiving friends 1 hour prior to services, 12 noon, at Westview Baptist Church. James Jim Kent McCleary, age 77, passed away Monday. Survived by wife Barbara McCleary, his children Kelly, Caroline, and Bill Voss, Ryan and Allison, Eric and Heidi, Laura McCleary, and stepchildren Zoe and Mark Byrons and Peter Nagel. 6 grandchildren. Funeral services for Jim McCleary will be at 3 p.m. from the Hopewell United Methodist Church in Laurel Hill. Visitation will be 1 hour prior to services. Burial will be at the Hopewell United Methodist Church Cemetery. J. Riley Wiggins, age 87,
Good morning, Joseph.
Carolina community, passed away Thursday at a local nursing facility. Funeral services will be held at 2 p.m. Monday at the Carolina Baptist
Bert,
Church.
Anna Joe,
Burial will
Susan,
be at the Carolina Cemetery.
Sheila,
Visitation will be
and Sarah,
2 p.m. Sunday evening at the Foreman Funeral Home.
Terry,
and 30 minutes prior to services
everybody.
at the church. Jane Riley Wiggins, survived by son and daughter-in-law Ricky and Sharon Wiggins, her daughters and son-in-law Kathy Wiggins and Alan Wyndham, Amy Wiggins Morris, Jill Wiggins, and John McBride. 9 grandchildren, countless great-grandchildren. Brother Rhett Riley, sister-in-law Jeanette Riley. Memorials may be made to the Lottie Moon Christmas offering at the Carolina Baptist Church. Roy Daniel Parker, age 74, resident of Highland Hall, passed away Thursday. Survived by 3 children, James David Parker, Sherry Lynn and Rob Manning, Rhonda and Bo Wallace. 15 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren. Mother Sue Parker, sister Lois Parker, and brother Aubrey Lee Parker. A memorial service for Roy Daniel Parker will be held by the family at a later time.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
JR's Lawnmower Shop, Hopp, Alabama. Folks, we're ready to sell you some lawnmowers. We got a real big inventory of Husqvarna or Grasshopper. We got steel power equipment. Well, Honda generator does. And yes, I said Honda generators. Don't wait till the storms at Florella to make your way to get your generator started or to purchase one. We got some great deals on Honda generators. We also carry Generac generators. Don't go out of town to buy your generators. JR's Lawnmower Shop is your place. Don't forget, folks, we do carry the DR trimmers, the DR brush cutters. We got most anything you need in power equipment when it comes to outdoors. Don't forget, JR's Lawnmower Shop will not be undersold. We're also, pickup and delivery is free in the city limits of Auburn. Don't see us, JR's Lawnmower Shop down here in the Mill Village, Hopp, Alabama.
This week's specials at the Farmers IGA.
Essential everyday, self-basting young turkeys with pop-up timers, 69 cents a pound. Limit 2. Lean boneless pork chops, $1.77 a pound. USDA select T-bone steaks, $4.99 a pound. Fresh fryer thighs or drumsticks, 77 cents a pound. Kraft mayo, 30 ounces, $1.99. Heinz ketchup, 38 ounces, $1.99. Kraft barbecue sauce, 18 ounces, 77 cents. Starkist tuna, 5 ounces, 4 for $3. Dole garden salad mix, 12-ounce bag, 99 cents.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
At Mizell Memorial Hospital, our mission is to provide the highest quality health care in a Christian manner with hometown compassion to the communities we serve. We have knowledgeable physicians and exceptional staff who work hard every day to address the needs of our patients. We provide a range of services like our Senior Behavioral Care Unit, Sleep Center, Emergency Department, or Wellness Center. Mizell Memorial Hospital has been a part of the community for over 60 years and is committed to quality and compassion. We are proud to be your community hospital. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
Here they are, our Super 6 for Cancer Freeze 2019. Get ready to freeze for these 6 amazing families. They are the following: Jalen Bernice, 9 years old, from Enterprise. Dee Brundage, age 18, from Opp. Kimberly Sasser, age 30, from Andalusia. Christy Brunson, age 40, from Baker, Florida. Angel Diallo, age 17, from Santa Rosa Beach. Brandy Baggett, age 42, from Crestview. Mark your calendars to come to Cancer Freeze 2019 on Saturday, February the 2nd at Lake Jackson in Florella. Their pictures are on the WOPP Facebook page. LSINC Corporation out of Huntsville last week announced that Opp native Lakeland Laird Patton has been named as Director of Operations. LSINC Corporations supports commercial and federal clients with product development, engineering, strategy development, strategic communications, intelligence, and counterintelligence and security services. Patton's new job will include supporting the Chief Operation Officer, monitoring the day-to-day operation systems, processing, planning, monitoring, and analyzing metrics to ensure efficient and timely completion of tasks, collaborating with executive leadership on budget and planning, as well as developing long-term operation strategies. Patton earned her bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Alabama and her master's degree from Seton Hall University. Patton is the daughter of Wes and Deetra Laird here in Knox. The Little Smokehouse won best overall in the Alabama Wildlife Federation Kimber Wild Game Cook-Off Thursday for Smokehouse Flight to Light. The team of Marvin and Kendall Wilford and Mike Cheshire placed in the game, fish, and fowl division. Other winners include Deer Run Hunting Club, first place in game for deer balls. Critter Cookers, second place in game for bounding buck balls. WB Construction, third place in fowl for upland white chili. Team Natural, second place in fish for E-Natural Bimo Fish Tacos. What a contest. The Coatland County Veterans Day Parade is set for 9 a.m. Monday in Andalusia. U.S. Marine Corps Major retired Christopher Lawson, a Pleasant Home graduate, will be the guest speaker at this year's Veterans Day program set for immediately following the parade. Make plans now to attend. The Andalusia Police Department has made the final arrest in the drive-by type shooting incident that occurred on Oak Street August the 11th. After months-long investigation by the Andalusia Police Department, Jete Washington, age 17, of Mississippi, was charged Wednesday with 3 counts of attempted murder, 3 counts of discharging firearm into an occupied building. Washington is being held on $630,000 bond in the Covey County Jail. According to testimony in the October hearing related to the case, a block drug transaction in August the 11th led to the shooting. With this arrest, Andalusia Police Department has made all the arrests in the Oak Street shooting. The Andalusia Police Department is investigating another counterfeit money case. This time, a local business reported the phony $50.
I've only got 7. I've only.
To one of their employees. Investigators.
Just as I've only got a 7-second delay on.
And employees to be watched.
So it's going to have to be your internet service on your end.
If you receive counterfeit money for payment, please contact the Andalusia.
7's not bad.
A picture of the counterfeit bill is placed on the WOPP Facebook page.
There's Days is kicking 3.5.
East past Dice Dairy Road. This one approximately 3:15 Thursday afternoon. That had an entrapment of a child, which was freed by the jaws of life. The child was.
But hey, you're getting us no matter what.
Memorial Hospital by rescue squad. This is out in the county. The state trooper will work the accident. No report had been filed at last check. From the Opp Police Department on Wednesday around 3:52 p.m., officers arrested a 41-year-old male resident of Laurel Hill, Florida on North Main Street for failure to appear warrant through the Opp Municipal Court. The Opp Police Department reporting 5 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covenant County Sheriff Department booked in 12. 1 for pistol possession, violation felon. 3 for failure to appear. 2 possession of controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and meth. 2 for possession of meth and drug paraphernalia. 2 for violation of probation. 1 criminal trespassing 3rd degree, theft of property 4th degree. 1 bond revocation. 11 release. 214 in the Covenant County Jail. The Opp Community Christmas sign-up is from 8 a.m. until 12 noon and from 4 o'clock until 6 p.m. at the First United Methodist Church Grace Building. For children 12 and under, assistance for the first 125 children. Register for families with Opp addresses. Applications are available the day of the sign-up. You must bring all required documents the day of the sign-up. A list of the documents are on WOPP Facebook page. The Opp High School fruit sale delivery will be on November the 26th. Please contact Josh Kaiser at 493-4561. The OHS band students have kicked off a new fundraising event through Simple Sheets. If you are interested in purchasing some of the sheets, sets are $45, pillowcases are $15. Feel free to see any of the Opp High School band students or call Opp High School 493-4561.
Are you tired of your pharmacy hearing this?
To request a refill, press 1. For pharmacy hours, press 3. To speak to a pharmacy associate.
Then hang up the phone and give us a call at 493-4517. TNC Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy, where you will talk directly to one of our pharmacy staff members without having to remember which number to push. We will gladly transfer your prescriptions from your current pharmacy to our pharmacy. Your insurance copay will be the same, and if you pay cash, we offer competitive cash prices. So skip the hassle and give us a call at TNC Pharmacy, 101 Parish Avenue, Opp, 493-4517.
One of the biggest questions facing Opp, Alabama, and the good old USA is, what will happen to our aging population? The Woodmore on Highway 331 North wants to be a small part of the answer. We're an assisted living facility with an emphasis on assisted. One of the things Americans cherish most is our independence. But as we age, sometimes a little help is needed. If you have any questions on how assisted living works, call the Woodmore at 493-2721 or come by for a visit. We'd love to show you around.
Check with Woodmore on rehab or temporary care. 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. Woodmore, we care.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. Starting off Friday morning and Veterans Day weekend, mostly cloudy. Daybreak low temperature around 64. A chance of showers happens this morning, carrying us into the early afternoon with a chance of thunderstorms. High 74. Cloudy, gradually becoming partly cloudy with a slight chance Hours before midnight Friday night, overnight low of 46. Saturday, plenty of sunshine, high topping out at 57. That's the latest lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Hey, the morning low is 67. The winds, well, they're from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:08. The official sunset at 4:51. There's still some fog out there this morning, so please drive with care. 71 degrees here at the studios of WOPP. Nice having you in with us this morning.
2018 was the ending of the Opp Bobcat football career for 5 seniors that played their hearts out for Opp High School. We also saw the coming out party for some freshmen, sophomores, juniors that will lead to a bright future for the Opp Bobcats football team. Thank you to Coach Hill and his coaching staff. Our sponsors are proud of you. WOPP is proud of you. Proud to have sponsored the 2018 football season. Brought to you by Larry's Prescriptions, CCB Community Bank,
David's Catfish House,
Opp Help and Rehabilitation, Lance Jackson CPA,
Mizell Memorial Hospital,
TNC Pharmacy,
Caroline's Country Stores,
Covington Pecan,
Hardee's, H.C. Acre Trucking Company,
Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick, Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Opp Gun Shop, the Opp Donut Shop,
S&P Communications,
Air Control. Here on your official Bobcat station, WOPP.
Hey, we're drawing. Yeah, we're drawing. We're running a little behind this morning, so we're going to go to network news, take care of a few of those things, then we'll have birthday calendar following all that. So stay with us here on WOPP in Opp, Alabama.
News this hour, townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Florida Republican Senate candidate Rick Scott says he's not about to let unethical liberals steal the U.S. Senate race. Scott, holding a slim lead over Democrat incumbent Bill Nelson, has filed suit against election supervisors in Palm Beach and Broward counties. Also apparently going to recount the Florida governor's race. In an Arizona contest that remains too close to call, Democrat Kirsten Sinema has taken a slim lead over Republican Martha McSally in the U.S. Senate race.
With 160,000 ballots tallied on Thursday, Sinema erased a 17,000 vote deficit and now leads Republican Martha McSally by a slim 9,600 vote margin. There are still about 500,000 votes to be counted. The race has no impact on control of the Senate, but it will determine whether Republicans increase their 51-seat hold on the body. Florida is headed to a mandatory recount, with Republican Rick Scott holding a razor-thin margin over Democratic Senator Bill Nelson. And Mississippi will hold a runoff late this month.
Capitol Hill correspondent Molly Hines. Paradise isn't what it used to be. The Northern California community ravaged by a fast-moving wildfire. A CAL FIRE official estimates has destroyed a couple thousand structures. The entire community of 27,000 ordered to evacuate. Doug Teeter had to flee.
I got the notice, probably left my house a half hour later. Within an hour, I was hunkered down in a field with probably 20 other citizens. Luckily, we were here. We ended up at the hospital. Bulldozer pushing cars out of the way so we could get to the hospital.
And the fire danger is also high in parts of Southern California. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures pointing to a higher, or rather a lower open later on. Right now, Dow futures down 112 points, while NASDAQ futures are off 55 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
With SRN Sports, I'm Michael Harrington. Let's start with NFL Thursday Night Football. The Steelers turned 5 touchdown passes for Ben Roethlisberger into a 52-21 round of the Panthers. Correspondent Josh Roundtree fills us in.
Roethlisberger passed 328 yards and 5 touchdowns. Roethlisberger distributed his scoring throws to 5 different receivers, throwing just 3 incompletions in the game. Antonio Brown caught 6 passes for 96 yards, including a touchdown. Running back James Conner ran for 65 yards and a touchdown, but left the game to be evaluated for a concussion. The Steelers, winners of 5 straight, are now 6-2-1.
Cam Newton completed 23 of 29 for 193 yards in that game. The Panthers end a 3-game winning streak and slide to 6-3. In other NFL news, Josh McCown will start a quarterback for the New York Jets against the Bills on Sunday in replacement of injured rookie Sam Darnold. Coach Todd Bowles says he's ruled Darnold out because of a strained right foot. This is SRN Sports.
Who needs body armor?
not just military personnel and police officers. An organization called Vested Interest in Canines is suiting up America's 30,000 police dogs in protective gear. Each ballistic suit can cost up to $2,000, and the charity has cloaked more than 2,900 four-legged warriors since the year 2009. As believers, we too have a vested interest protecting ourselves from Satan's ballistic attacks. One unguarded moment can ruin our testimonies, damage our relationships, diminish our influence, steal our joy, and reverse our spiritual progress. We need the Holy Spirit of God to protect us by putting on every single day His armor, the whole armor of God. And that, my friend, is something to think about. I'm Gary Miller, pastor of Westview Baptist Church in Opp.
There's things that my dad used to do when I was growing up. When I walked out the door, he would say, "Do you have gas in the car and a quarter to call if you need me?" Now, it's time to take care of my dad.
At Comfort Care Hospice, we consider it an honor to care for those with life-limiting illness. We care for their physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs, enhancing their quality of life and your peace of mind. And because we're based in your community, we can be by your side when you need us, day or night. Comfort Care, the right hospice, right here.
HDR Trucking Company in the Industrial Park, Highway 52 is home-owned and operated, employing many hometown residents who are big Bobcat fans. Durwood and Mothager and family and staff would like to encourage everyone to attend our home and away games to show our support for our baseball and softball teams, who put in many hours to bring out the best in school spirit. From H.D. Egger Trucking Company, go Bobcat! H.D. Egger Trucking Company in the Industrial Park.
My name is Jay Jackson. I'm the general manager at J.M. Jackson Chevrolet. If it's been a while since you've been to see us, or you've never been to J.M. Jackson, I would like to personally invite you to come see us.
Back the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
Kerry Lanning and Joey Lanning, managers.
While some things change, some things remain the same. Like excellent customer service and treating you like family. Come see us at J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick. And remember, buy your car the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
Good morning and welcome to the WOPP birthday party for Friday, November 9th, 2018, brought to you by your friends at the Sweet Shop located inside the Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Let's say good morning and happy birthday to Bob Thorne. Also, Hollis Booth celebrates today. Victoria Anderson gets the candle on the cake. Willie J. Raymond, happy birthday to you. Lula Coslow gets a candle on the cake today. Donald Lord, also Rebecca Lindsay, Kim Nowlin, J. Marcus Head celebrates today. Ole Nelson gets a candle on the birthday cake today. Marie Keith, happy birthday to you. Also Tanya Marler. Birthday wishes for Jovel Dolphin, Joseph Edwards, and birthday wishes for Christy Higgins. Let's check in with Robert and see who's on his list, and I'll be back with a winner.
All right, well, let's check our list this morning. Yeah, let's see. Nicole Shelton with a birthday today. We got also Jessica Brooks with a birthday today. I've got that crazy hum in my headphones this morning. Okay, maybe it's gone. Let's see. Jessica Brooks, I've already said. Let's see. Vivian Donaldson with a birthday today. Harold Heron with a birthday today. Let's see, who else with birthdays today? Today is double checking. Okay, double checking there, and then double check. It's easy to miss them, I tell you. We don't want to. I believe we got them. I don't see any more on that list. Okay, let's go over to the 9th day of November out at the Opp Health and Rehabilitation. We've got Annie Harris with a birthday. We've also got Eddie Campbell with birthdays. Happy birthdays to those clients out at Opp Health and Rehabilitation. Marcella Kilpatrick with a birthday today. Victoria Anderson with a birthday today. Double check. I think we got them all, Alan. I think they're all in. Hopefully they are.
The IGA Sweet Shop offers custom cakes handmade to order birthday and anniversary cakes, as well as cakes for other special occasions like teen parties and teen parties. Call in your orders ahead of time at 493-9805. That's at the IGA Sweet Shop inside Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza.
Let's say happy birthday and congratulations to our birthday party winner for the day, Oline Nelson. Happy birthday, Oline. Hope you have a great birthday today. And be sure you come by the radio station during our lobby hours. In the morning, 6 until 10, or in the afternoons, 2 until 5, and grab that coupon so you can get your free birthday cake from the Sweet Shop located inside the Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza, and your friends right here at your community radio station, WOPP.
It's the Extreme Year-End Sale. Call now and get up to $200 when you switch. Only Extreme, powered by Mediacom, brings it all together with our fiber-rich 100% gigabit technology network. Now is your chance to experience super-fast speeds with powerful in-home Wi-Fi, smarter TV service with Extreme voice remote, and so much more. Get Extreme Internet, TV, and phone as low as $29.99 each a month for 1 year when bundled. And when you switch today, you'll get an Extreme reward up to $200. Cha-ching! Plus Showtime and TiVo DVR for 3 months. Call 800-SIMPLIFY now to save during a limited time Extreme Year-End Sale. And get your Extreme reward up to $200. Don't wait. Call 800-SIMPLIFY now for details. Available to qualified new customers only. Price doesn't include activation, installation, local broadcast station surcharge, regional sports surcharge, taxes, and fees. Additional restrictions may apply. Not available in all areas. Call Mediacom for more details.
This week's specials at the Farmers IGA.
Essential everyday, self-basting young turkeys with pop-up timers, 69 cents a pound. Limit 2. Lean boneless pork chops, $1.77 a pound. USDA select T-bone steaks, $4.99 a pound. Fresh fryer thighs or drumsticks, 77 cents a pound. Craft mayo, 30 ounces, $1.99.
Good morning, Deborah.
Ketchup, 38 ounces, $1.99. Kraft barbecue sauce, 18 ounces, 77 cents. Star-Kissed tuna, 5 ounces, 4 for $3. Dole garden salad mix, 12-ounce bag, 99 cents.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
My name is Jay Jackson. I'm the general manager at J.M. Jackson Chevrolet. If it's been a while since you've been to see it, or you've never been to J.M. Jackson, I would like to personally invite you to come see us.
Back the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
Carrie Lanning and Joey Lanning, sales managers.
While some things change, some things remain the same, like excellent customer service and treating you like family. Come see us at J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick. And remember, buy your car the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
2018 was the ending of the Opp Bobcat football career for 5 seniors that played their hearts out for Opp High School. We also saw the coming out party for some freshmen, sophomores, juniors that will lead to a bright future for the Opp Bobcats football team. Thank you to Coach Hill and his coaching staff. Our sponsors are proud of you. WOPP is proud of you. Proud to have sponsored the 2018 football season. Brought to you by Larry's Prescriptions, CCB Community Bank,
David's Catfish House,
Opp Help and Rehabilitation, Lance Jackson CPA,
Isaiah Memorial Hospital,
TNC Pharmacy,
Caroline's Country Stores,
Covington Pecan,
Hardee's, H.C. Aker Trucking Company,
Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick, Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Opp Gun Shop, the Opp Donut Shop,
S&P Communication,
Air Control, here on your official Bobcat station, WOPB.
Need to service your firearms? Want to buy a new or good used firearm? Well, look no further than the Opp Gun Shop. The Opp Gun Shop is your local repair and sales shop. They clean guns and sell pistols, rifles, shotguns, ammo, and accessories. Hog hunters, you need to check out the night vision optics. Need black rifle parts? The Opp Gun Shop is your store. Fast turnaround, on-site gun repair. We also handle FFL gun transfers for those who choose to shop online. The Op Gun Shop, open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. Located at 109 West Covington Avenue, across from the Op Donut Shop. Or call 764-3457. The Op Gun Shop, 764-3457.
The American Legion Post 157, Highway 29 North in gas is over. Tuesday through Saturday. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Tuesday through Thursday. 1 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. Until, don't forget, pool tournament every Thursday night. Karaoke every Friday and Saturday night. Free pool Tuesday through Thursday. And we have bar snack. At the American Legion, drop in and say hi to Jeannie. At the American Legion, Post 157, Highway 29 in Kent.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. Starting off Friday morning and Veterans Day weekend, mostly cloudy. Daybreak low temperature around 64. A chance of showers happens this morning, carrying us into the early afternoon with a chance of thunderstorms. High 74. Cloudy, gradually becoming partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers before midnight Friday night. Overnight low of 46. Saturday, plenty of sunshine. High topping out at 57. That's the latest lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
67 degrees is our low this morning. The winds, well, they're from the southeast, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:08. The official sunset at 4:51. It's overcast, 72 degrees here at the studios of WOPP. Oh, bringing back some weekend memories. In the jailhouse now, Sonny James at 17 minutes now past 8 a.m. Nice having you in with us this morning. Hey, we're going to talk about the turkey egg. There's 2 of them out there. Actually, 3 has just got out there. We'll be talking about them in just a few minutes. We'll give you the clues that's posted, and then we'll add some new clues too live here on WOPP Chicago.
And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You're the meaning to my life. You're the inspiration.
When you love somebody, you're the inspiration. That's not other than Chicago. Hey, if you're watching by video a moment ago, Facebook sometimes decides that the song's not licensed in certain countries, and they just block the audio. So that's okay. It's most of the time still on the U.S. audience. They'll send us an email and tell us what they blocked, and we can argue about it and all that kind of stuff. But there's no reason to argue about it. It's too time consuming, and hey, we're getting to our basic audience anyway that we want to. So heck with it. We'll just do what we want to do. Sound good? Sure. I was gonna do that anyway, huh? Y'all knew I was. Oh, gee whiz. I can't believe you think I'd do that like that. Gee whiz. Let's see. We got some turkey eggs out. Hunt has begun. In that rain yesterday, yeah. Egg number 1 is sponsored by CCB Bank. I want to tell you how we done this. We got 10 sponsors. We got 10 eggs. We drawed sponsors to the numbers. So we had no control on that, which that's the way we wanted it. I had no idea who I went out and hit egg number 1, egg number 2, and didn't know who I had until I came back. So, that's pretty cool. Now, here is the 2 that's hidden, and we got one more be hid today. The rain got me yesterday, to be honest. I said, man, I'm about to drown. But anyway, egg number 1 is sponsored by CCB Bank. I can't believe Robert put me out in the weather. I can't either, Betty. Number 2, I can't see anyone looking here in the rain. I agree with you. Sponsored by SIB Bank. Well, he did it to me too. It was raining. Number 2 clue. Listen to this one now. What happened to the train? A solid clue there. What happened to the train? A solid clue there. And number 3 egg will be hid sometime today, and I guess ask who sponsors it. So this is one I'm actually going to know who's hiding on this one, but I kind of wanted to announce that number 3 egg is Bowers Auto Parts. How about that? So we appreciate them being a part of this Thanksgiving hunt for a meal for 10 from the IGA. Now, all those that sponsoring our JR's Lawnmower Shop, CCB Bank, they got an egg out there. SIB Bank, they got an egg out there. It's amazing that we draw both banks at the same time. JM Jackson Chevrolet and Buick, Bowers Auto Parts, Mayor Becky Brackey and the Woodmore and Becky's Kinder College, Babby Baptist Church, Wyatt Funeral Home, and let's see, Westview Baptist Church. This ad here is not accurate. We need to update this one. Hardee's also. And did I say Wyatt Funeral Home? Yeah, I think I did. All right. G. Of course, the main dish for the Thanksgiving dinner is ham or turkey breast or whole turkey. Sides are dumplings, butter beans, dressing, and rolls. And then you get a choice of the dessert, whether it be a red velvet cake or butternut cake. Wow, how about that? Really good, really good, really good. Scratching through some things here. All right, egg number 1 sponsored by CCB Bank. Are you ready for clue number 3? Let me do 1 and 2. 1, I can't believe Robert put me out in the weather. First clue usually has very little to help you. I know that. You do too. Number 2, can't see anyone looking here in the rain. Or number 3, are they going to school or work? How about that? Are they going to school or work? All right. The number 2 egg, sponsored by SIB Bank. Well, he did it to me too. Talking about putting it out in the rain. What happened to that train? Number 3. What happened to the railroad? More detailed, huh? Okay. And egg number 3, sponsored by Bowers Auto Parts, will be out sometime today. We'll be hunting 3. And probably the 4th one will be laid out sometime today, too. How about that? All right. Can't believe Robert put me out in the weather. Can't see anyone looking here in the rain is number 1. And then third clue for number 1 egg, which is CCB Bank. Are they going to school or are they going to work? SIB Bank egg. Well, he did it to me. Yeah, we all know the first clue has very little help. What happened to the train is number 2. Number 3. What happened to the railroad? It's a long road, ain't it? 10 miles either way of op. Oh, yeah. Lots of area to search, huh? Lots of area to search. No doubt about it. All right. And we'll get Bowers Auto Parts egg out there sometime today, okay? And then we'll announce a couple of more after that. And we appreciate all those. Appreciate Scott putting up with us, too. Me and him talked yesterday. I think we're both on the same truck now. He had to have a definite number how many orders, because being sure he had the product in the store by Turkey Day. So we said, well, there'd be 10 meals. He said, okay, that's no problem. Now we know how many exactly. So anyway, we got that set up. All right, what else is going on? The Iron Bowl giveaway is going on with the AmVets Post 23. Don't forget that. See a member. Also, don't forget my buddy at Ballard Computer Service. Brandon does an excellent job. 493-9737. 493-9737. Juggling all his clients has been really tough on him, and he's a night owl too, but he does got a good work life when he's by himself. So do like I do. Let him do what he wants to, and just lock up when you leave, buddy. And he does a great job, and I fully believe you need to contact him and let him learn your system. It's more than just repairing computers. There's more to it in business. So I really encourage you commercially to use Brandon. He does a good job. He tries to learn your system, and he doesn't charge you while you try to learn your system. Otherwise, you'd be in trouble, baby. He's put in several hours learning our system just so he'll have the knowledge to work on it when it's necessary. We appreciate Brandon for that very much. Let's see. Carolina Country Stores and all, yeah, they're doing a pretty good job there. They're great people to deal with. They're just community orientated, whether it's the store on 84 or Antioch, or whether it's on 134 or downtown at the Gulf Station there on the Florella Highway. They're community orientated and want to be a part of the community. And you let them know what they can get in stock for you to help your everyday in and out, and they're glad to do that too. You don't find that anymore, man. They're really localized stores, and they're doing a great job in our community, and we appreciate them very, very much. J.M. Jackson, I'm very vocal about who I drive, and take care of me. The thing, I mean, they don't let me go out of the vehicle, man. Something happens, they take care of it. I mean, it's amazing what they go out of the way to make sure I'm rolling, and I appreciate that very much. So buy it the right way, the J.M. Jackson way, and you'll be glad you bought it the right way. I guarantee you that. Don't forget, Doc's open tonight. That's 4:30 until 8 o'clock. They'll be having those big, nice steaks. Ooh, 14. Yeah. Just give it 12 or 16. There we go. 12 or 16 ounce steak. They're good. I hadn't had a 16 yet. Don't have a ball game tonight. Eat me one of them to go home and sleep her off, huh? Might do that. Just might do that. That's a good idea I had there. Sometimes I'm bright, and sometimes, light bulb doesn't shine, but that's okay. Wow. Thought of some good things there. I mean, gee whiz. Seems like I'm forgetting somebody I'm supposed to talk about. Let me pull my notes up. I hadn't used any notes this morning. I do want to tell you that Wayne's Farms Enterprise is hiring. Second shift. Apply online. WayneFarms.jobs. Hourly rate is $11.10. 90 days, $12. To keep that in mind. Big Sacred Heart singing coming up November the 1st at the Travelers Rest Primitive Baptist Church. We'll tell you more about that when it comes up. I was out of gas last night, and Jay didn't mention it, so I got a feeling he missed the Kingsman's last night at the Country Cathedral. We both wanted to go, but I'll tell you, I was thoroughly exhausted. I left here at 7:45 last night, so you can understand, baby. Let's see what else going on that we need to get on this morning. We got a lot of things coming up. The grand opening, of course, of Sweet Teas next week. We'll tell you all about that. Candyland, we'll tell you all about that next week. Veterans Day Poker Run next week also. Let me double check. Is that's Saturday. We need to get that on. Okay. The 17th annual Wiregrass Veterans Day Poker Run to benefit disabled American veterans will be tomorrow. Registration at 2 High Salon. You heard me right, 2 High Salon. This is over at Playhatchie. I happen to know these folks, and that's why I've been wanting to get this on the air for them. Registration begins at 9:30 and goes to 11 a.m. And of course, it's a regular poker run. They also will have some live entertainment going on over there in Playhatchie. It's a motorcycle delight, what it becomes. They got the vendors and camping tents and bonfire and food and refreshments for the whole weekend. So it's the event of just having a good time, the 17th annual Wiregrass Veterans Day Poker Run to benefit disabled and American veterans. That's all taking place in Playhatchie tomorrow. And let me encourage you, if you're into motorcycle events like that, it's good. I've been to it. I've been several years now, but they're good folks over there, Playhatchie. Got to know them many years ago and keep contact with some of them. So anyway, try it. You might like it, as they say. You never know till you try, right? Yeah. We all fell in that before, hadn't we? Hey, we'll be talking to Coach Hill a little after 9 this morning, so stay tuned to that. We got the cheerleaders coming in next week. Not exactly sure what day, but they'll be coming in, probably the juniors and seniors. Miss Lori Harrison's working on that, getting them out of class. they love to come to the radio station when they find out they get out of class. Then they find out they're going to be on video. Yeah, that's okay, but we'll see what happens there. CCB time is 8:35. Time for you to drop by CCB here in Opp, meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs, member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth for Dateline Action News. Brought to you by J.M. Jackson, S&P Communications, the Farmers IGA, Power South, CCB Community Bank, Mizell Memorial Hospital, Hardee's, and the Woodmore. Let's go to national news. Catch up there.
News this hour, townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Trump administration taking steps aimed at restricting asylum at the border.
Spurred in part by caravans of Central American migrants heading north, the administration is seeking to deny asylum to anyone caught crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally. The new regulations are intended to speed up rulings on asylum claims instead of having migrants try to circumvent official crossings on the border. An expected presidential proclamation will include the new immigration rules.
That's White House correspondent Greg Clugston. A gauge of price hikes before they reach the consumer. Producer price index rose by the most in 6 years last month. Wholesale prices up 0.6%, led by more expensive gasoline and food. Despite last month's increase, figures suggest that inflation pressures are mostly in check. A Montana federal judge blocking construction of the $8 billion Keystone Oil Pipeline to allow more time for environmental study.
The Great Falls Tribune reports U.S. District Judge Brian Morris's order came as Calgary-based TransCanada was preparing to build the first stages of the oil pipeline in northern Montana. Environmental groups had sued TransCanada and the U.S. Department of State in federal court in Great Falls. Morris says the U.S. government's analysis didn't fully study the cumulative effect of greenhouse gas emissions, the effects of current oil prices on the pipeline's viability, or include updated modeling of potential oil spills.
Correspondent Jeremy House. The Federal Reserve leaving its key policy rate unchanged. The Fed policymakers signal that they plan to keep responding to the strong U.S. economy with more interest rate hikes. The next rate increase is expected next month. On Wall Street, Dow futures down 140 points, S&P futures off 16, NASDAQ futures down 63 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
If you look around, this place has changed a lot over the years. Our community has grown. New businesses, new people, new demands on our electric system. But one thing has remained the same. Your Touchstone Energy partner is as committed to providing reliable power at a reasonable price now as they were when the lines were first strung. Rest assured, that commitment won't ever change.
The Arp City Utilities, your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Officials say a social media threat has prompted the closure of schools in Eufaula and a neighboring district in Georgia. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP. Eufaula City Schools closed Thursday because of the threat. The school district said on its website that law enforcement is investigating the threat, but classes were canceled to ensure the safety of students and staff. There won't be an oyster season on the Alabama coast in the coming year. It's an unusual move caused by what officials say is a lack of oysters in state waters. An official with the State Conservation Agency announced the decision during a meeting with seafood harvesters and dealers in southern Mobile County. A man has been convicted of killing his girlfriend's toddler more than 2 years ago. A Franklin County jury convicted 31-year-old Shannon Gargis of manslaughter and aggravated child abuse. Prosecutors say 22-month-old Serenity Renfro had numerous injuries and died from a blow to the head March 22, 2016. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP.
Do you have the convenience of banking at your fingertips? With CCB's mobile app, you can use Instant Balance to view up to 6 accounts right from the login screen. No password, no waiting. View account transactions or transfer money between accounts. Pay your bills or pay person to person using Pop Money. You can even deposit your checks. All this from your smartphone or tablet device. So go mobile with CCB's mobile banking app. CCB Community Bank, member FDIC.
Hometown station 1290 WOPP.
No, that happened.
College basketball coming up tonight. The Auburn Tigers taking on the Washington Huskies. The Tigers ranked 11th, while the Huskies are ranked 25th in the preseason college basketball poll. While Alabama will play on Sunday, they'll be at Coleman Coliseum, where they'll take on Appalachian State. Alabama and Mississippi State meeting in Tuscaloosa Saturday. The Crimson Tide at 9-0, while the Bulldogs are ranked 16th in the College Football Playoff Committee rankings. Tua Tagovailoa 27 touchdown passes on the season for the Crimson Tide. It's the oldest rivalry in the SEC. Auburn taking on Georgia in Athens. The Tigers at 6-3, while the Bulldogs are 8-1. UAB will host Southern Miss in Birmingham, and Troy will take on Georgia Southern in Sun Belt play. NASCAR wrapping up the third round of the playoffs on Sunday at Phoenix. After the race, only 4 drivers will remain for the championship hunt. We're all dreaming of a white Christmas. Hurry in for the Jeep Black Friday sales event. I'm Tony DeZuri on your hometown station 1290 WOPP.
Big breakfast flavor is here. Applewood smoked bacon or freshly grilled sausage, fluffy eggs, golden melty cheese, all on a toasty little bun. Good mornings start at Hardee's. Get 2 breakfast sliders for $2.99. Real honey from real bees. Real butter from real cows. It doesn't get more real than made from scratch biscuits made fresh by a real baker. Try any one of our new honey butter biscuits and get a real good, real breakfast at Hardee's.
Mahindra presents the Race Flash. Powered by SB Nation Radio. NASCAR officials say Kevin Harvick's spoiler was a right height, but was moved to the right, which helped his car's aerodynamic performance in winning at the Texas Motor Speedway.
Harvick stripped of his automatic qualification for the Championship 4 after his car failed post-race inspection. Harvick heads to the ISM Raceway in Phoenix for the Can-Am 500K in the 4th and final spot for the Championship 4. He's the all-time winningest driver of the ISM Raceway with 9 victories. And with a win at Phoenix, he will qualify for the Championship 4 at Homestead, Miami, and become the 6th driver in NASCAR history with 10 wins at the same track. Rio de Janeiro's mayor says IndyCar will race there in 2020, but IndyCar officials say the deal is not yet done. That's your Mahindra Race Flash.
Powered by SB Nation Radio. This is Rob Ballard, Service Manager at J.M. Jackson Buick Chevrolet. At J.M. Jackson, we pride ourselves on providing excellent service after the sale. That is why we're the #1 ranked dealer for customer satisfaction in our region. We provide your vehicle with the highest quality GM parts to help keep your vehicle safe and to help protect your huge investment in an automobile. We have fully factory trained technicians to help diagnose and fix the problem right the first time. So come join us at J.M. Jackson and find out why our sales and service department are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
Zachary Daniel Dan Studstill, age 79 of Andalusia, passed away Tuesday in the Princeton Baptist Hospital. Survived by wife Susan Rawls Studstill, son and daughter-in-law Sam and Robin Studstill, daughter and son-in-law Suzanne and Joshua Williams, 4 grandchildren, a great-grandson, brother Charles Lawton Studstill, sister and brother-in-law Susan and Gary Pitts. Funeral services for Dan Studstill will be 11 a.m. from the First United Methodist Church. Burial will be at the Andalusia Memorial Cemetery. Visitation will be held 9:30 until 10:45 prior to services in the Fellowship Hall at the church. Memorials can be sent to the Building Fund of the First United Methodist Church, Andalusia. Gloria Joyce Forger, age 83 of Andalusia, passed away Monday at her residence. Funeral services will be 11 o'clock from the Foreman Funeral Home. Burial will be at Stone Lake Cemetery. Gloria Joyce Folger is survived by 2 sons and daughter-in-law, Anthony and Carol Corzora, William Paul Folger, a daughter Lisa Joy Walker, 7 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, brother and sister-in-law, Paul and Sandy Whittle, her sisters and brother-in-law, Bobby Black, Jean Scott, and Paulette and Bob Wright. Mary Ann Spann, age 75 of Dozier, passed away Monday at her residence. Survived by son Kenneth Doyle Andrews, 2 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Mary Ann Spann will be 1 p.m. at the Westview Baptist Church. The family will be receiving friends 1 hour prior to services, 12 noon at Westview Baptist Church. James Jim Kent McCleary, age 77, passed away Monday. Survived by wife Barbara McCleary, his children Kelly, Caroline, and Bill Voss, Ryan and Allison, Aaron and Heidi, Laura McCleary, and stepchildren Zoe and Mark Byrons and Peter Nagel. 6 grandchildren. Funeral services for Jim McCleary will be at 3 p.m. from the Hopewell United Methodist Church in Laurel Hill. Visitation will be 1 hour prior to services. Burial will be at Hopewell United Methodist Church Cemetery. Jane Riley Wiggins, age 87 of the Carolina community,
We're
passed
missing.
away Thursday at a local nursing facility. Funeral services will be held at 2 p.m. Monday.
I know we're missing. We got to have 10. You got to have 10 sponsors there. They know. There's 8.
Visitation will be 4:30 until 7 p.m. Sunday
Westview wasn't there.
evening at the Foreman
But you got to get your latest one up.
30
Out.
minutes prior to services at the church. Jane Riley Wiggins, survived by son and daughter-in-law Ricky and Sharon Wiggins, her daughters and son-in-law Kathy Wiggins and Ellen Wyndham, Amy Wiggins Morris, Jill Wiggins, and John McBride. 9 grandchildren, countless great-grandchildren. Brother Rhett Riley, sister-in-law Jeanette Riley. Memorials may be made to the Lottie Moon Christmas offering at the Carolina Baptist Church. Roy Daniel Parker, age 74, resident of Highland Home, passed away Thursday. Survived by 3 children, James David Parker, Sherry Lynn and Rob Manning, Rhonda and Bo Wallace. 15 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren. Mother Sue Parker, sister Lois Parker, and brother Aubrey Lee Parker. A memorial service for Roy Daniel Parker will be held by the family at a later time.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
The human brain is a complex network of cells where a stroke can happen. When it does, time lost is brain lost. That's why hospitals in Troy, Opp, Eufaula, Geneva, and Ozark have joined Southeast Alabama Medical Center to build the region's largest stroke network. Using telemedicine, local emergency rooms connect with stroke specialists to start advanced stroke treatment sooner. And if needed, you're transported to the Certified Primary Stroke Center at Southeast Alabama Medical Center. Saving time, saving lives. We're your stroke care network.
Here they are, our Super 6 for Cancer Freeze 2019. Get ready to freeze for these 6 amazing families. They are the following: Jalen Bernice, 9 years old, from Enterprise; Dee Brundage, age 18, from Opp; Kimberly Sasser, age 30, from Andalusia; Christy Brunson, age 40, from Baker, Florida; Angelo Diallo, age 17, from Santa Rosa Beach; Brandy Baggett, age 42, from Crestview. Mark your calendars to come to Cancer Freeze 2019 on Saturday, February the 2nd at Lake Jackson in Florello. Their pictures are on the WOPP Facebook page. LSINC Corporation out of Huntsville last week announced that Opp native Lakeland Laird Patton has been named as Director of Operations. LSINC Corporations supports commercial and federal clients with product development, engineering, strategy development, strategic communications, intelligence, and counterintelligence and security services. Patton's new job will include supporting the Chief Operation Officer, monitoring the day-to-day operation systems, processing, planning, monitoring, and analyzing the metrics to ensure efficient and timely completion of tasks, collaborating with executive leadership on budget and planning, as well as developing long-term operation strategies. Patton earned her bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Alabama and her master's degree from Seton Hall University. Patton is the daughter of Wes and Deetra Laird here in Knox. The Little Smokehouse won best overall in the Alabama Wildlife Federation Kimber Wild Game Cook-Off Thursday for Smokehouse Flight Delight. The team of Marvin and Kendall Wilford and Mike Cheshire placed in the game, fish, and fowl division. Other winners include Deer Run Hunting Club, first place in game for deer balls; Critter Cookers, second place in game for mounting buck balls; WB Construction, third place in fowl for upland white chili; Team Natural, second place in fish for E-Natural Bimo Fish Tacos. What a contest. The Covington County Veterans Day Parade is set for 9 a.m. Monday in Andalusia. U.S. Marine Corps Major retired Christopher Lawson, a Pleasant Home graduate, will be the guest speaker at this year's Veterans Day program set for immediately following the parade. Make plans now to attend. The Andalusia Police Department has made the final arrest in the drive-by type shooting incident that occurred on Oak Street August the 11th. After months-long investigation by the Andalusia Police Department,
Text Becky Brackey.
Washington, age 17, of Mississippi, was charged Wednesday with 3 counts of attempted murder, 3 counts of discharging firearms into an occupied building. Washington's being held on $630,000 bond at the Covington County Jail. According to testimony in the October hearing related to the case, a botched drug transaction on August the 11th led to the shooting. With this arrest, the Andalusia Police Department has made all the arrests in the Oak Street shooting. The Andalusia Police Department is investigating another counterfeit money case. This time, a local business reported the phony $50 bill being passed to one of their employees. Investigator Sergeant Chris Bird wants to remind business owners and employees to be watchful
Text
for
Becky Brackey.
counterfeit bills. If you receive counterfeit
What
money
do you want to
for
say?
payment, please contact
Becky, need to see you eyeball to eyeball sometime today.
counterfeit bill is placed on the WOPP
Ready to send it?
Facebook page. Another
No.
accident on Highway 84
Okay.
East past
I won't
Ninth
send it just
Dairy
yet.
Road. This one approximately 3:15
Okay.
Thursday
Let me know
afternoon.
if there's anything else you
That
need.
had an entrapment of a child, which was freed by the jaws of life.
Text Becky Brackey.
Reported to Mizell Memorial
What do you want to say?
Need to see you sometime today.
Out in the county, the state trooper will work the accident.
Ready to send it?
Send.
Report had been
I
filed.
put the correct one up there.
I just replaced that picture with the correct one.
3:52 p.m. Officers arrested a 41-year-old male.
Those clues, you can add those clues.
Oh, okay.
And then
I thought you'd only release 2 clues each.
there's 3 now. And then number 3, I guess they start Bauer. You guess they put the A number 3. That'll be out sometime today.
3 for failure to appear. 2 for possession of controlled substance, drug paraphernalia, and meth. 2 for possession of meth and drug paraphernalia. 2 for violation of probation. 1 criminal trespassing 3rd degree. Theft of property 4th degree. 1 bond revocation. 11 released. 214 in the Covington County Jail. The OP Community Christmas sign-up is from 8 a.m. until 12 noon and from 4 o'clock until 6 p.m. at the First United Methodist Church Grace Building. For children 12 and under, assistance for the first 125 children. Register for families with OP addresses. Applications are available the day of the sign-up. You must bring all required documents the day of the sign-up. A list of the documents are on WOPP Facebook page. The OP High School fruit sale delivery will be on November the 26th. Please contact Josh Kaiser at 493-4561. The OHS band students have kicked off a new fundraising event through Simple Sheets. If you are interested in purchasing some of the sheets, sets are $45, pillowcases are $15. Feel free to see any of the OP High School band students or call OP High School.
The good news is, by rejecting DACA in the Ninth Circuit yesterday, finally, we've been waiting for that. We get to the Supreme Court, and we want to be in the Supreme Court on DACA. President Obama said he had no right to sign it. He had no right, but it was upheld in the Ninth Circuit, as usual. If you take President Obama's statement, he knew that he couldn't sign it. So this whole thing...
On the North Bypass here in OP, for your professional radio communication and tower needs here in South Alabama. Call on Jay Sperling and staff for all your generator needs for your business or your home. The in-place generator or the portable generators. Don't be without power during or after the storm. Sale, installation, and service. Call S&P Communications, 493-6729. We know how to keep the lights on. The Alabama High School Athletic Association State Football Playoffs first round pairings, Class 1A. Florala will be at Lynette. Notasoga will be at Georgiana. Billingsley will be at Alba. Brantley will be at Whaley. 2A, Daleville will be at Reeltown. Brockton will be at Leroy. Southern Choctaw at Luverne. Chickasaw will be at Highland Home. Lafayette will be at Geneva County. Goshen at Cottage Hill. Arrington at Thornsby. 3A, Houston Academy at Winfield. Oakland will be at Pike County. T.R. Miller will be at St. James. Lamar County at Providence Christian. Vicksburg at Gordo. 4A, Talladega at Headland. Andalusia at Montevallo. 5A, Charles Emerson at Ramsey. Fairfield at Greenville. 6A, Eufaula at Hueytown. Stanhope Elmore at Saraland. Dauphin at Wetumpka. Hillcrest Tuscaloosa at Cindy Lanier. Carver Montgomery at McAdory. 7A, Lee Montgomery at Theodore. Fairhope at Auburn. Davison at Central Phoenix City. Prattville at McGill-Tuda. College football for Saturday. Troy Trojans will be at Georgia Southern. Kickoff at 12 noon here on WOPP, 1290 AM. Alabama will host Mississippi State. Kickoff at 2:30 on CBS. Auburn Tigers will be at Georgia Bulldogs. Kickoff at 6 p.m. The Andalusia Kiwanis Club annual Candyland Christmas 5K and half marathon this year. The fundraiser will go to all the track teams in the county. This would include Andalusia, Straughn, Opp, Red Level, Pleasant Home, and Florala. The Candyland Christmas 5K and half marathon will be held on Saturday, December the 8th at 7:30 a.m. at the Andalusia City Hall. Registration may be found online at ChronicoTrack.com. The first annual Cruising Christmas Car Show in conjunction with Christmas Kickoff in Elba. $20 entry fee. Register 10 to 12. Show 12 to 4. Free admission to the public. Trophies for People's Choice and Elba High School Student Choice. Trophies for the first and second place. Cars and trucks, all makes and models. For more information, contact Kenneth Calhoun, 334-313-5505. Proceeds to benefit the Elba City Library. That's Dateline Action News. Ops only, locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPP and repeat it later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense. This is your hometown.
The owners and staff of the Woodmore want to invite everyone in the Auburn surrounding area to come by and see what assisted living is all about. With extra clean facilities, wonderful home cooking, and around-the-clock staffing, the Woodmore is a place that anyone would love to call home. It's also a place that family members and friends will enjoy coming by to visit, talk, and spend time. Whether it's in the back sunroom, the den, or dining area, or strolling around the walking trail or pond, you and your family will always feel comfortable and welcome. That's what taking care of our seniors is all about. So give Donna a call at the Woodmore, 493-2721.
I'm Ray Williams. Starting off Friday morning and Veterans Day weekend, mostly cloudy. Daybreak low temperature around 64. A chance of showers happens this morning, carrying us into the early afternoon with a chance of thunderstorms. High 74. Cloudy, gradually becoming partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers before midnight Friday night. Overnight low of 46. Saturday, plenty of sunshine, high topping out at 57. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Hey, the morning low 67. The winds, well, they're from the southeast, maybe a mile. The official sunrise is 6:08. The official sunset at 4:51. 73 degrees and overcast here at WOPP.
Good morning there, my friends, and welcome back again to Moments with the Master. My name is Trey Poole. I am the minister of the gospel right here at the Opp Church of Christ, and I'm excited to be back with you today. Robert, good to see you. Good to be back in the studio. We started yesterday focusing in on the spiritual blessings. And I believe yesterday we made the point abundantly clear that the spiritual blessings that God has in store for us are found in Christ Jesus. Now, we are in Ephesians chapter 1, and I want to call to your mind again verse 3. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3. Where the Bible says, "Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Christ." Now, the blessings spoken of here are spiritual blessings from God our Father. These blessings are spiritual in nature, and they relate to redemption and salvation, the forgiveness of sin. You see, these spiritual blessings are in heavenly places. That is, they are now in the church and will later be in heaven itself, and they are found only in Christ Jesus. So today join me as we consider just a few of the blessings that we have received from the hand of Almighty God related to our salvation, because we are truly blessed. We are rich spiritually in Christ Jesus. You see, we are blessed by the fact that God gave us His Son. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. You see, God gave His only begotten Son for our salvation. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 9 tells us, "But we see Jesus, who was made a little lower than the angels, for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that He, Jesus, by the grace of God, might taste death for everyone." Robert, the conversion of a soul from darkness to light, or from Satan to God, is absolutely amazing. Jesus told the Apostle Paul that he was sending him to the Gentiles. That was going to be Paul's mission. That's what God was going to do with Paul, formerly Saul of Tarsus. Murderer, persecutor, causing havoc within the Lord's church. Jesus told Paul that he was going to send him to the Gentiles. Listen to the words given to Paul as he recounts this. It's found in Acts chapter 26, verse 18. "To open their eyes, and to turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan unto God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins, and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me." That is Jesus' words to Paul. So we are blessed by the fact that God gave us his Son. And it is in his Son that we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sin. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 7. Let's move on, Robert, because we could spend a long time on any of these blessings. But here's another one. We are blessed by the fact that God gave us his church. The church of the New Testament, the one church we find in Scripture. You see, the church was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. In Acts chapter 20, verse 28, as Paul was speaking with and meeting with the elders of the church in Ephesus before his departure, he said, "Therefore take heed to yourselves and to all the flock, among which the Holy Spirit has made you overseers, to shepherd the church of God, which he purchased with his own blood." Acts chapter 20 and verse 28. Paul would also remind us, and we learn in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25, that Christ loved the church and gave himself for her. You see, this blood-bought body is essential to our salvation. Maybe we have time for one more, and that is this one. We are blessed by the fact that God gave us the Bible. The Bible, the Word of God. You see, the Bible reveals God, reveals to us the Lord Jesus Christ and eternity and salvation and God's eternal purpose and plan. Jesus tells us in John 8, verse 32, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." We think about Psalm 119, verse 105. "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my pathway." We think about the prayer of Jesus for unity in John 17. Verse 17 of that great prayer, Jesus prayed, "Sanctify them with thy truth. Thy word is truth." You see, the Word of God has power to convert. Has power to convert. Psalm 19 and verse 7. "The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple." My friend, the simple fact of the matter is we have been blessed. Spiritual blessings are ours to enjoy in Christ and only in Christ. We'll talk more about this later another time, and until then, may God bless you.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Trump administration taking steps aimed at restricting asylum at the border.
Spurred in part by caravans of Central American migrants heading north, the administration is seeking to deny asylum to anyone caught crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally. The new regulations are intended to speed up rulings on asylum claims instead of having migrants try to circumvent official crossings on the border. An expected presidential proclamation will include the new immigration rules.
That's White House correspondent Greg Clugston. A gauge of price hikes before they reach the consumer. The producer price index rose by the most in 6 years last month. Wholesale prices up 0.6%, led by more expensive gasoline and food. Despite last month's increase, figures suggest that inflation pressures are mostly in check. A Montana federal judge blocking construction of the $8 billion Keystone Oil Pipeline would allow more time for environmental study.
The Great Falls Tribune reports U.S. District Judge Brian Morris's order came as Calgary-based TransCanada was preparing to build the first stages of the oil pipeline in northern Montana. Environmental groups had sued TransCanada and the U.S. Department of State in federal court in Great Falls. Morris says the U.S. government's analysis didn't fully study the cumulative effect of greenhouse gas emissions, the effects of current oil prices on the pipeline's viability, or include updated modeling of potential oil spills.
Correspondent Jeremy House. The Federal Reserve leaving its key policy rate unchanged. But the Fed policymakers signal that they plan to keep responding to the strong U.S. economy with more interest rate hikes. The next rate increase is expected next month. On Wall Street, Dow futures down 140 points, S&P futures off 16, NASDAQ futures down 63 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sweet Tea's Cafe and Bakery, 205 East Covenant Avenue. The Old Bar Seafood Place. Open 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. Breakfast served until 10 a.m. Bubble Biscuit. Sausage, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Ham, egg, and cheese for $3.50. Big Bubble Biscuit, $4.50. The Bubble Biscuit Fruity, $4. Grilled bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, $4.50. At lunch, the Reuben, the roast beef, the turkey club, the chicken club, BLTs, grilled cheese, cheese, and cheese your way. And yes, hamburgers, and kids menus, and sweet for the sweet at Sweet Tea's Cafe and Bakery, 205 East Covenant Avenue. For delivery, call 493-1111. 493-1111. Located at the Old Bar Seafood. By public demand, open 7 days a week.
Overtime, Michael Harrington. Let's start with NFL Thursday Night Football. The Steelers ride their passing attack to an easy win over the Panthers.
Pittsburgh quarterback Ben Roethlisberger passed for 328 yards and 5 touchdowns as the Steelers pounded the Carolina Panthers 52-21. Roethlisberger distributed his scoring throws to 5 different receivers, throwing just 3 incompletions in the game.
They came out and drove down the field and scored, and we're like, all right, we're going to, this is what we expected. We're going to put up a lot of points, and we did that.
Antonio Brown caught 6 passes for 96 yards, including a touchdown. Running back James Conner ran for 65 yards and a touchdown, but left the game to be evaluated for a concussion. The Steelers, winners of 5 straight, are now 6-2-1. Panthers tailback Christian McCaffrey racked up 138 yards of offense, scoring 3 times. The loss slips Carolina to 6-3. Josh Roundtree, Pittsburgh.
Another NFL news, Josh McCown to start a quarterback for the Jets this coming weekend in place of injured rookie Sam Darnold. This is SRN Sports.
Best Buy Carpet takes this opportunity to remind aerial drivers that the safe operation of a motor vehicle and the consumption of alcohol do not mix. When you take to the road this holiday season, take along the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and common sense. That's from Best Buy Carpets in Niceville, offering a great selection of great prices for all your flooring needs. For sales, service, and installation, call the professionals serving Okaloosa County and the surrounding areas. Call 850-678-0041, 850-678-0041, or stop by 115 Bullock Boulevard in Niceville. 2018 was the ending of the Opp Bobcat football career for 5 seniors that played their hearts out for Opp High School. We also saw the coming out party for some freshmen, sophomores, juniors that will lead to a bright future for the Opp Bobcat football team. Thank you to Coach Hill and his coaching staff. Our sponsors are proud.
We're now starting to gain this viewers, so we're doing this sideways too. We get a wider view, so students and we got some special kids. But I'm actually feeling a little bit better.
Opp Help and Rehabilitation, Lance Jackson CPA,
Mizell Memorial Hospital,
TNC Pharmacy,
Caroline's Country Stores,
Covington
Today, so maybe one of the things with time to heal the muscle,
Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick, Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Opp Gun Shop, the Opp Donut Shop,
S&P Communication,
Air Control, here on your official Bobcat station, WOPP. Caroline's Country Stores, Highway 84 East, Highway 134 at the county line, and in Antioch. Open 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
5,
6 on
4,
Sunday.
3, 2, 1.
Diesel. Feed bins at 134 in Antioch, Copper Kittle at County Line, Hunt's Pizzas at County Line at 134, and Lee's Cafe and U-Hauls at Carolina Country Store, Highway 84 East. That's where you'll find the Case 9s. Caroline Country Store number 4 is now open. Highway 331 South, 5 a.m. until 9 p.m. And they have kerosene. Caroline's Country Store.
You may need to sit down when you hear this. 60B Community Bank is offering you or your friend a free folding camp chair. What a great way to sit back and enjoy games, barbecues, campfires, or concerts. And getting your chair is easy. Simply open a new deposit account or refer a friend to do the same. But don't sit on this offer. It's only for a limited time. So stop by soon to open your new deposit account and let CCB and your new chair make life more relaxing. CCB Community Bank, member FDIC.
Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson and Carrie and family are big Bobcat supporters. From Chuck and Carrie high school days to now as big supporters of our community they call home, Opp, Alabama. A big Bobcat strong for our football players, cheerleaders, band, boosters, and band. From Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson, Carrie and family.
Larry's Prescriptions is your local pharmacy with local people you know and trust. Larry's has a great selection of cough and cold medication for those tough cold symptoms. Add to that a large line of dollar items and 2 for Tuesday's bargains. Fast, friendly service from people you know and trust. Larry's Prescriptions, a Bobcat Gold Club member, supporting Opp teams. 801 North Main Street. Call 493-3549.
Is your air conditioning and heating system getting some problems? Is it time for repair? Is it time for a new one? Air Control, Gary Strickland, can give you that answer. Call 493-9689. Air Control, located at 802 U.S. Highway 84, right here in Opp. Warranty work and license right here in Opp to serve you. Gary Strickland, Beatles, Stick, 493-9689. Opp Health and Rehabilitation, a division of Northport Health Services, a family-owned business where our staff and residents are family. Our residents maintain well-being. We care for life. We provide activities for residents, one-on-one when needed, and family members are always welcome. Our rehabilitation includes physical, occupational, and speech, short-term to long-term care. Visit our office at Opp Health and Rehabilitation on Polk Avenue. Phone 493-4558.
Here's your WeatherBug LA weather. I'm Ray Williams. Starting off Friday morning and Veterans Day weekend, mostly cloudy. Daybreak low temperature around 64. A chance of showers happens this morning, carrying us into the early afternoon with a chance of thunderstorms. High 74. Cloudy, gradually becoming partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers before midnight Friday night. Overnight low of 46. Saturday, plenty of sunshine, high topping out at 57. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here on WOPPlive.
Hey, 67 is our low this morning. The winds, well, they are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:08. The official sunset at 4:51. It's sunny skies. It is 74 degrees at the studios of WOPP. Well, we've been running behind all morning long. That means good things and bad things. Lots of things to take care of, lots of news, and a lot of things causes that. But anyway. Hey, now we got the Bobcat preview and review ready to air on radio. The rough cut is on our video website, WOPP Facebook. So, you know, if you get interested in something we're talking about and don't catch it all, you're going to go back to the website and pull it up, or Facebook site, pull it up. And also you'll get the preliminary stuff that the coach and I are talking about before the actual show. And then we go 10, count it down and file. And right now we're where the show's supposed to start. So this is the last Bobcat preview and review. He's going to review a little bit and talk about the season, some things coming up, and then we'll have periodically coaches, whether it might be some of the basketball, baseball, all these other coaches. We're going to intervine them and usually have them on Thursdays. There'll be some Thursdays because the holidays are coming up that we won't have coach, but hopefully on Thursday we have somebody with a school, and we know we're reaching out to get the girls basketball team in here, or is that cheerleaders. We had the basketball, volleyball, we had those in already. Now we want to get the cheerleaders in, who's just recently won a big one in Birmingham. And we'll have them out here tomorrow, next week. We had the volleyball players out yesterday, and that went over super well. So anyway, Thursday's kind of leaning towards op high school sports and anything we do op schools on Thursdays, but not every Thursday. Rest of the until we get back into the football season next year. But anyway, let's do our preview and see if what you just listen up and also listen to the audio. I think we really got the audio ready now. We got it fixed.
Welcome to the Bobcat Preview Review. We're at Coach Hill's office. A little unusual, but I thought it was a way to close out the season.
It was.
Oh yeah.
I was very proud of just the effort. I felt like for a young group, they finally kind of came together. We fought together, and they started to understand a little bit more of. Look, Luverne's a great team. We knew that, but what I liked is we didn't back down. You know, and we were very physical. Of course, you want to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, and I want to make that clear. But I'll say that was actually a little victory for us because we were very physical. I mean, first game we've had all year, more people got hurt on their sideline than ours.
Well, another thing, they're number 5 in the state, and their temper is blue, and ours didn't.
They were frustrated.
Yes.
And honestly, you know, here we are. It was a 14-7 ball game at the half, right before the half. You know, running back had a key fumble, and it didn't look like a fumble on the field, but I did go back and watch the film. It was. It was a fumble. And then what got us all worked up is they throw a pass, but they had linemen down the field, and they, I don't know. Long story short, the officials blew it. So you go into half at 21-7. But what I was proud about is we come back, it's still ball in the second half, and you know, get after it. People don't realize this. Our defense was only on the field for 3 plays in the third quarter.
Yeah.
We ate the clock.
3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
And I was just proud of how the offense in the second half adjusted. The first half, I thought the defense played lights out, and special teams did a good job, and offense was lacking. Second half, I thought the offense came together. And the biggest thing I'll say, Robert, we were physical.
Yes.
And that's the key. And they handled a little trash talking well, and we showed our class. So
I know you got to be proud of that. But anytime you can get a team off like Luverne and get them off their game plan and upset them, I mean, you could say they were definitely they were not expecting that out of Bob.
No, they've been winning games by 40, 50 points, and one game by 60. So, I mean, they've been running the table on people, and I could tell, you know, they had 3 pretty significant injuries, too, in that game, and so they're going into the playoffs a little beat up and bruised up, and I, you know, I don't want to hurt anybody, but I will say I don't mind knowing that finally someone else gets to feel, you know, we've had 27 injuries.
Wow.
17 that were out for the season, and so we've had our back to the wall.
I don't think anybody's going to be ahead of us on injuries, but I think our friend Les Andrews had quite a few too.
He did. He didn't have as many, but he had some key injuries too. Okay, speaking of that, you look at our schedule. There's only 3 teams on our 10 game schedule that did not make the playoffs.
Right.
Les at Geneva, Strong, and then Slocum got knocked out on a tiebreaker.
That's right.
So. You know, you look at that. We have a murderous schedule, but it's normally when we're healthy and doing good, it's okay. And you know, I've done some things. I've looked at. You know, here's a small thing I'll share with you.
Sure.
Just this year, we only had 11 seniors and juniors. Okay, so that put us in last place in our region. We played Providence, who had 31. Then you had Slocum, Wicksburg, and HA, who all, by the way, were in the tiebreaker, who had 28 juniors and seniors.
Wow.
Strong had 22. Geneva had 16. Now, Pike County is the one that's the odd one. They don't have many kids on their team, period. They had 14. But their kids are a little bit different.
They're different.
So it does show you now, and people wonder, okay, well, what does that mean for the future, okay? Well, you go into the future, Strong's going to be the team. That has the most juniors and seniors next year with 33.
Wow.
Wicksburg will have 23. Slocum will have 22. Pike will have 22. Providence only has 19. Pike County has 16. Geneva only has 15. And HA has 21. So guess what? Now we're in the top third. And so
getting you maxed back out.
Start doing that, yeah. And so there's some other things we'll do also.
And those are the things you got to keep in mind when you're in competition. No, there's one of the things popping up on our screen. Let's see. The seniors, there's 5 of them, if I remember correctly.
You're right.
And I know we're saluting them on our promo at the station. Heart-wrenching on all sides with it this year.
It was. You hate it for those seniors.
Sure.
There's 5 seniors, and you know they gave everything they had, but you know one of the seniors blew his knee out.
Yeah.
So you're down to 4. You had injuries, you had youth, and you had a winless season. At the end of the day, that's not what we're about.
No.
You've been around me. We've had a strong program, and we plan on having a strong program. And there's things, Robert, I've already started working on that people aren't quite aware of to help us and make some adjustments. And so we're not going to just sit back and say, hey, because we got hurt, this happened. There's other things we're wanting to do to change it too.
Well, this means when you say adjustments, assignments, a new way of structure of with kids to do things too, is it a combination of all of it?
The weight program, we felt like, and you watched this, I mean, we worked hard in the weight program and we gained a lot of weight. Here's the thing. We didn't have many muscle injuries. We had bone injuries. And so that tells me it's more about mass and size. We were young, and so we had younger kids playing against older kids. So one of the things we want to do is, we'll have a parent meeting the next week, so this is kind of new. I haven't even said anything to anybody. But we're looking into a protein supplement.
I felt that smelling that.
The NCAA approves, and we've checked around. I've checked with 4 different colleges and found out about it. And so it's something to get calories in it. People don't know this, but you know, for every 50 pounds, you want, I'll take that back, for every 2 pounds, you want 50 calories. Well, this supplement we're looking at will put about 1,100 calories in a kid. And you got to think about that for it. I mean, you just put that in perspective. You look at a 200-pound athlete and then start doing the math, and you figure out what they should be eating. That's a considerable amount. And so that's one of the things we want to do internally. We'll get with the Booster Club too.
Will this be done by vitamins too and food?
It's going to be a supplement. It's a shake.
Okay,
And
sure.
So what we will do is we'll do our workout like normal. Then each kid will have a shaker cup, and we'll put the number on it, and we'll make sure they drink it right in front of us. And so I know I'm getting 1,100 calories right there. And so that'll help us get a little bit bigger. So that's one example. Another example, we'll make some adjustments in the coaching staff, move some coaches around, and see what we can do to bring in, some experience and see some better ways of doing it. In the overall strength and conditioning program, instead of having a bench, squat, clean workout day, we'll have 4 lower body. We'll have 4 days, 2 lower body, 2 upper body. And we're going to get max lifts on bench, squat, deadlift, and incline, and not the power clean. We'll still power clean, but it'll be part of our lower body workout. And so, there's a lot of different things we're looking at.
And I want to tell people this, you have put this pressure on yourself. It has not been pressure from any superintendent's office, or board of directors, or other coaches, nothing. You have put this pressure on yourself.
We want to win.
Yeah.
And
which is unusual in town.
We take it pretty serious. And my staff will tell you.
Yeah.
I will promise you, you're not going to have to really put any pressure on us. We don't like losing, and we want the best, and these boys do. Now, I'll tell you, the boys are excited. They already, we've sat them out 1 week trying to, clean up, the facility and all that. We do postseason interviews. We vote on awards and all of that. And next week we'll get back and get some maxes, and we'll get after it. But you are correct. I mean, this is what we think is the right thing to do to help this program. And we want to do everything we can for these young men. And I don't ever want to have a season like this again.
No, sir.
I told the doctor yesterday, I said, we're going over the injuries, and then he looks at me and goes, Coach, you realize you're injured too? And I said, well, I guess that is true. I mean, it's just, we were snake bit the whole year.
I will say this, winning takes away the bad season, because we've been, we tried to figure out the last bad season we had, and I think we got it back to Coach Rose that year with him, and then there's a Coach John's year too. But I do remember Coach John's season, because he had that 9 games he won by a touchdown, then he came right back and lost 9 games by a touchdown. You kind of remember those guys.
You do.
But I had forgotten about the other. So you usually forget bad seasons.
You try, but here's the thing we look at is we know. This is the hard thing. We're going to have 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because of that, you look at it. I mean, we played a game last Friday with 1 quarterback.
Yeah.
And people wonder, why aren't we running him? Why aren't we throwing more? Well, if that kid gets hurt, we have no one else. And so there's some things we've learned, and some of the stuff we did at the end of the season we'll continue to keep and make it our short yardage package. But, you know, we're looking forward to getting back to who we are, and, you know, both offense and defense. You'll see some changes.
I guess the best thing out of this season came that you had some grow up, and you found a lot more capabilities out of these kids.
We did, and there was a lot of kids that did step up and grow, and so I'm very proud of them. You know, I look at Thomas Glisson. I mean, he was a defensive standout. Here's a kid that didn't even play a year ago. I look at Jordan Kelly, a young freshman running back that at the beginning of the year was scared to death. About the end of the year, he's running the ball hard. Ashton Patel was good last year, but he was great this year. Tanner Hall had a good season. He improved. I look at Brady Lesser. We put him in 3 different positions, and Brady Lesser improved. I mean, I could go through a list of guys. Chandler Pyron, I could argue, is our best offensive lineman as a sophomore. Undersized, but my goodness, he's on fight and, you know, give you everything he has. I'm proud of Lane Ballard, who is really an excellent slot wide receiver, but really, I mean,
we played everywhere, didn't
he? And had a great attitude. So, I mean, I could go through a whole list of different things that I saw, and I'm very pleased and proud that we survived it. But I'm looking forward to, and listen, the boys know, like what we're talking about, this protein, I mentioned this, some of them, they're excited. They're asking me, Coach, when are we going to start?
When are we going to start?
So they're ready. And that's the thing we'll do. And then there's some other things I want to look at and seeing how I can possibly consolidate a little bit more with the middle school. And then after that conversation, we've got to fix the City League football situation at Opp. Every town around Opp, Alabama has City League football. My own son is having to play in Kinston. They just won the Super Bowl. But that little team had quite a few kids from Opp on it. And
we got to bring them back.
There's no excuse for Opp not to have City League.
Don't we need a City League where we play like we play Kinston, like we play Andalusia?
All of
that, that way.
Everybody around here, Laverne, Elwood, here's the truth. My child is not going to go play in Andalusia. We're not going to play at Elwood. So to us, the only option was Kinston. You know, we're not going to these other rivals. Play it strong. You know, we're not doing that. So, but I prefer not to even have to do that. You can come on in. I prefer not to even do that. And he's a man that, you know, Mr. Smithart just walked in. He's got the same concern I do.
Yeah.
We need to get City League football back. And the next thing, you know, right now what I've got to do is work on our program, then the middle school, and then after that we can have conversations about what can we do to help City League.
That sounds good to me, and anything we can do, you know, to holler at me. You know, there's a Norris guy that keeps up with things quite good, and he and I talk on Wednesday. And he and I really believe this season should have been a minimum of a 5-5 season without injuries.
Oh yeah, I would have thought it would have been better than that. I would have argued 7-8 wins. I'll tell you what we did learn. The quarterback position was a tough position.
Oh, sure.
And offensive line, it took us a while to get there. I was expecting that group to do a little better, so that's one of the things we'll look at in the off season too. Those linemen have got to get quicker, and they got to use their hands a lot better. But without the injuries, Robert, I mean, I think you're being generous by saying 5-5. I felt like it was a 7-8 win season. I really did. And so next year, I mean,
high expectations.
I do.
I mean, you're supposed to.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I want to be in the playoffs, and I want to be a high seed in the playoffs.
We want to host, don't we?
We do. And we need to, you know, we got to do extra in everything we do. So we're not finished the season all mad and frustrated and all that. We know what happened, but we don't want to go back to that place ever again.
That's totally agree. Okay, you're the AD, so I know you're proud of some
volleyball for sure, and cheerleading. Cheerleading just won it all last night. Volleyball was first team ever to make it to state. They did a great job. So we've got a lot of good things now. Basketball's rolling up. You got girls basketball and boys basketball. So we got a lot of things going on.
I had the seniors of the volleyball out at the station today. It's on video if you get a chance. We had fun. You know I was going to have fun with them.
Yeah. They're great kids, and they've represented, and that's the thing I would stress, both the cheerleaders and volleyball, and you can say the same thing about football, band, all of them. I feel like they represent our city well.
Coach, we want people now to get behind our basketball team, is that right?
We do. It's about to kick off. They're practicing, they're working out. And I would say get behind, come on out and support them. And then I'd also say see what you can do what you can to join the Booster Club. The Booster Club's about to help us with what we're talking about with the supplements and things like that. We just need to do everything we can to support it, and that's for all programs.
City gets voted $25,000, and I know the school's going to be a part of it. We're going to start a project on our dress rooms, and we hope some people will actually come up and maybe get a grant or get some money that way. That's our only sore thumb we got in our stadium. We got to get our dressing rooms up.
The locker rooms are pretty bad.
Yeah.
We're not in the days of where you really change in there, and it's changed. I'll just say this: if you
Well, I reckon the internet decided that was enough of the program. It just locked up. We have about 1 minute and 44 seconds left if we can get it to play. It's not wanting to play at all. Is that trying to tell me it's time to go to the news? It must be trying to do that. I cannot get it to play any farther. It has stopped right there. Boosted it again. There. Well, I think we got it going.
you know, that could be a hospitality room, and it'd be right there. So there's a lot of needs, and you and I've talked about this. The stadium is the.
You want to load the computer?
It's already loaded. I was telling you, don't try to use your old
They've made
news.
some great adjustments already this year with the brick.
It's loaded. It's ready to go.
Okay. Looks like we made time out right. Gonna look time out pretty close.
So the
I
last
thought you were going to try to hotkey the news. I was going to say, don't do it. You're going to get mad.
No, the thing froze. That's the only negative about it. It froze right then. That's the only negative about it. Playback.
I'm so glad you used that microphone.
Oh, that's not bad.
It sounds fantastic.
I know there's other sports following the basketball, but
Makes it easier to do more videos.
Emphasize basketball at Christmas time, don't we?
Absolutely. Get out and support Coach Washington with the girls program and Coach Edwards with the boys program. They do a great job, and it's always nice. And we always say this: if you're bored and you're at home, you don't know what to do, come on out and watch some kids play and support your Bobcats.
We do have good attendance to our basketball. We really do.
We have good attendance to all of our games.
Yeah.
And then after basketball, you have baseball, softball, track, golf, tennis, you name it.
That's going to be calling them.
That's good.
So the interest is already there.
Good.
Coach, thank you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. 13 people are dead after a gunman opened fire last night inside a California bar. The victims mostly college-age.
Pretty busy right this moment.
The Borderline Bar and Grill's weekly country music dance night for college students. Meanwhile, President Trump's ordered U.S. flags to be flown at half-staff in respect for the victims. Also among the victims, a veteran police officer who was the first to respond. The U.S. Supreme Court says 85-year-old Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg fractured 3 ribs in a fall in her office at the court and is in the hospital now recovering. The court says its oldest justice fell Wednesday evening and then went to George Washington University Hospital in Washington early today after experiencing discomfort overnight. On Wall Street, it's been a mixed bag. Right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up by 60 points, 26,240, and the NASDAQ is struggling to hold even. It's off by about 25 points. This is SRN News. I'm Robert Booth. I'm Jay Michael.
I'm Brittany Springstorm.
I'm Alan Schofield.
I'm Shannon Sensel.
For Dateline Action News.
The new acting attorney general says he's honored that President Donald Trump has confidence in his ability to lead the Justice Department. Matthew Whitaker says he is committed to leading a fair department with the highest ethical standards that upholds the rule of law and seeks justice for all Americans. Whitaker became acting attorney general Wednesday after Jeff Sessions resigned from the Justice Department.
A photo showing former death row inmate Anthony Ray Hinton mid-laugh with a voted sticker on his forehead has captured the social media spotlight. Hinton spent 28 years on Alabama's death row before his release in 2015. The group that helped free him, Equal Justice Initiative, tweeted the photo, writing, "For 30 years, Mr. Hinton was stripped of all his rights while he sat on Alabama death row for a crime he didn't commit. Today, he arrived at the polls at 7 a.m. and exercised his right to vote." Alabama Republicans crushed Democratic hopes of building on last year's election of U.S. Senator Doug Jones. Republicans swept all statewide and contested congressional races on Tuesday as Alabama maintained its status as exceedingly tough territory for Democrats. And black candidates have been elected for the first time in 2 top law enforcement positions in Alabama's most populous county. Jefferson County voters around Birmingham elected black Democrat Mark Petway as sheriff, turning back re-election bid from longtime Republican incumbent Mike Hale, who is white. Voters also elected black Democrat Danny Carr as district attorney. He defeated white GOP appointee Mike Anderton. The county has about 660,000 residents and is almost evenly split racially.
Mom! Hey, Mom! I caught one!
When Jimmy was young, he'd catch lightning bugs on those long summer nights. He was always amazed at the light they gave off. Today, Jimmy is still fascinated by light. He's a lineman for the local electric system. Linemen like Jimmy have served you for years. They've changed with the times. But one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to providing you with quality customer service.
Covington Electric Co-op, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is Brock Ballard, Service Manager at J.M. Jackson Buick Chevrolet. At J.M. Jackson, we pride ourselves on providing excellent service after the sale. That is why we're the #1 ranked dealer for customer satisfaction in our region. We provide your vehicle with the highest quality GM parts to help keep your vehicle safe and to help protect your huge investment in an automobile. We have fully factory trained technicians to help diagnose and fix the problem right the first time. So come join us at J.M. Jackson and find out why our sales and service department are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
Zachary Daniel Dan Studstill, age 79 of Andalusia, passed away Tuesday in the Princeton Baptist Hospital. Survived by wife Susan Rawls Studstill, son and daughter-in-law Sam and Robin Studstill, daughter and son-in-law Suzanne and Joshua Williams, 4 grandchildren, a great-grandson, brother Charles Lawton Studstill, sister and brother-in-law Susan and Gary Pitts. Funeral services for Dan Studstill will be 11 a.m. from the First United Methodist Church. Burial will be at the Andalusia Memorial Cemetery. Visitation will be held 9:30 until 10:45 prior to services in the Fellowship Hall at the church. Memorials can be sent to the Building Fund of the First United Methodist Church, Andalusia. Gloria Joyce Forgel, age 83 of Andalusia, passed away Monday at her residence. Funeral services will be 11 o'clock at the Foreman Funeral Home. Burial will be at Stone Lake Cemetery. Gloria Joyce Folger is survived by 2 sons and daughter-in-law, Anthony and Carol Cruzora, William Paul Folger, a daughter, Lisa Joy Walker, 7 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, brother and sister-in-law, Paul and Sandy Whittle, her sisters and brother-in-law, Bobby Black, Jean Scott, and Paulette and Bob Wright. Mary Ann Spann, age 75 of Dozier, passed away Monday at her residence. Survived by son Kenneth Doyle Andrews, 2 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Mary Ann Spann will be 1 p.m. at the Westview Baptist Church. The family will be receiving friends 1 hour prior to services, 12 noon at Westview Baptist Church. James Jim Kent McCleary, age 77, passed away Monday. Survived by wife Barbara McCleary, his children Kelly, Caroline, and Bill Voss, Ryan and Allison, Eric and Heidi, Laura McCleary, and stepchildren Zoe and Mark Byrons and Peter Nagel. 6 grandchildren.
On-the-go lifestyles call on-the-go solutions. And the Southern Independent Bank mobile app is just that. Check account balances, pay bills, make deposits, and a lot more. All from the convenience of your mobile device. It's anytime banking from anywhere. Download the SIB mobile app from your app store today to get started. Southern Independent Bank. Up in Andalusia. The power of independence. Member FDIC. Equal housing lending.
Carolina Cemetery.
National Day, 4:30 to 7 p.m. Sunday evening. Jane Riley Wiggins, live Here they are, our Super 6 for Cancer-Free 2019. Get ready to freeze for these 6 amazing families. They are the following. Jalen Bernice, 9 years old from Enterprise. Brother Pete Runnage.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's my old bits? Where's?
That's why I said I took them so we could.
Yeah, but by God, we got commercials and everything else running. It sound like bullshit. What it sound like?
I'll get them off for you.
There's got to be a fucking way to stop that. There's got to be a fucking way to stop it. There's got to be a way to go back and kill that motherfucker. Call the fucking company and find out. This ain't the first time. This ain't the second time. It ain't the third time. It's time to stop this shit. We got to be able to go back and stop that. Call the fucking company and find out how.
The metrics to ensure efficient and timely completion of tasks, collaborating with the executive leadership on budget and planning, as well as developing long-term operational strategies. Patton earned her bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Alabama and her master's degree from Seton Hall University. Patton is the daughter of Wes and Detroit. Here is now the Little Smokehouse.
Hardee's, H.C. Edgar Trucking Company.
Horn Beverage Company.
Papa G's.
Smokehouse Light Delight. The team of Marvin Kendall Wilford and Mike Cheshire placed in the game fish and fowl division. Other winners include Deer Run Hunting Club, first place in game for deer balls. Critter Cookers, second place.
Hey, we're going to join the news now. Hopefully we got the commercials out of it.
White Chili. Team Natural, second place in fish for E Natural Bimo Fish Tacos. What a contest.